Good morning. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all? So, y'all are here. Wonderful. Come on in. We're going to be talking about why women should marry or not marry. 'Cause some of y'all are just marrying to marry, and y'all are marrying into dust, and y'all are marrying just to say you got a husband, and that's not why you should get married. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, so we're gonna discuss. I have been married for 20 years. I'm recently a widow, so I know all the ins and outs of being married. Okay. And I know whether you should or not get married and for what reasons you should and shouldn't get married. Okay. And let me tell you, I've had many friends get married, get divorced because they all married for different reasons. The people that stayed married the longest got married for different reasons than the people that didn't stay together. Okay. So I'm here to tell y'all. Listen to me carefully. Don't marry just to marry if it's not beneficial to you financially. That's number one. If you're marrying a broke, dusty loser in fear of being alone, you're gonna be alone anyway in a marriage if that man is broke and dusty. You know why? Because either he's gonna leave, y'all are gonna divorce, fight for money, or you're gonna have to spend more time at work than you do at home. So that's what you need to listen to. You're gonna be alone anyway if you marry for love and that man is broke because you're going to be gone all the time trying to make ends meet because he can't. You won't even know your kids. You won't know him because you're going to be too busy getting that money. Okay. So scratch that off the list. If you marry for benefits and money, and you're at home and you're a stay-at-home wife, your man may always be at work, but you'll at least know yourself and your kids, and you'll have time to enjoy the life that he provides. Now, if he's wealthy and rich and he doesn't have to go and clock in every day, then you get to know everybody, them kids, yourself, and him. All right. So when you marry for the reason of just love, you're going to be more lonely because you're not going to be able to know them kids or yourself because you're going to be too busy struggling. Okay. Struggle love is not love at all. Listen to what I'm telling you. Struggle love is not love at all. It is infatuation, lust, and ownership and trauma bond from being broke. Okay. It's not love because no man would put a woman in the position to be vulnerable, give birth, then struggle with him if he truly loved her. He would say, no, I'm not ready for this. And a lot of men say no, they're not ready for this. But y'all pygmy women keep trying to force a broke man to be with you because you're so desperate. You just want any type of male validation. You don't care if he's broke, can feed a baby or not. You just want to say that, oh, this man values me, but he don't even value himself enough to get his money up yet. And he's telling y'all need to start listening to this instead of being so over emotional. You want to start thinking logically. Half these men don't even want y'all and don't want to be in relationships with y'all, but y'all keep trying to push yourselves on them, thinking that they're going to change for you. No, they're not going to change for you. Not unless they really, really, really love you. Chances are they don't. They're just trying to roll around on the mattress with you. Okay. But y'all need to stop forcing these men into marriages they don't want or relationships they don't want. Okay. If they wanted them, they'd be pursuing you big time. So that's how you know that man don't want you, and you're going to have a very bad marriage if you are constantly pursuing him. Your marriage is going to suck, and I'm here to tell you. Your marriage will suck if you're the chaser as a woman. You will never catch him. He will always be out. All right? So, listen to what I'm telling you. Marry only for beneficial reasons. If you're not marrying for beneficial reasons and they're not financial, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it unless you're getting more out of it than he is. If you are not, don't do it. Some of these people marry just to say they got a husband, but they can't even brag on him. They have to make excuses for him, and they live in a terrible position of struggle. It's not worth it. Okay? They got to like you 10 times more in order to chase you. Don't marry a man that don't like you 10 times more. You'll be miserable. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Don't marry a man unless he likes you 10 times more, or you will be miserable. Let me tell you what a man that don't like you will do after they marry you. And I know a lot of women that this happened to. They will quit their job on you because they know you like them more, and you ain't finna tell them nothing. You gonna go out and get 2 jobs, or you gonna stay getting overtime at your job while they sit on the couch playing video games because they know you like them more. That's they're gonna get good and comfortable, telling you they can't find work, or they just want to focus on their hobby or their skill, art or stupid stuff, right? You gonna become the person that's working because you like him so much. Okay. So if that man don't like you times 10, there's no way he's gonna keep a job and provide for you at all. You're gonna be in a terrible marriage. Okay. And what happens when you bring kids into that? Ugh, even worse. Why? Because he's not gonna help you, and you're gonna have to work and raise them kids and probably never see them. Why? Because you married a person that doesn't like you. Right. So you need to marry for benefits only. The rest will fall in place if it's meant to be. Believe me. Okay. Don't get married just to say you got a husband. Get married to say you got some money, house, car, and to know your kids and you can stay at home. That's why you need to get married. Don't get married to say you got a man. Because anybody can get a man. That's easy. A prisoner can get a man. Okay? A prisoner can get them a man. Okay? Don't do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anybody can get a man. Okay? But can a man get you and provide for you? That's the question. How much do you love yourself based on what you're going to need in order to say, I do? So I think women that have their own money, have a lot of money, they shouldn't marry unless they marry up. Or unless the man is going to totally provide for them and they don't have to touch their own money. Sugar daddy gave you a total of 10K in 2 months. He said he can't give money this month because he's traveling and won't see me. I asked for money for an urgent deadline and he didn't send it. Then asked me if I got it sorted. Yeah, tell him you got it sorted. That means you got another one. It's like, yeah, I sure did. Then don't text him no more. Put him on an unblock fee list, okay? That means send him an unblock fee and then block him. If he wants to talk to you, he got to pay. But that's their way of telling you that you need to have a backup, okay? Most sugar daddies, they want you to have a backup because when they can't come through, the other one can. They just don't tell them about it. That's why he said, did you get it sorted? Which means, did you find another one? You always need to have a backup. Why? Because just because you become dependent on them doesn't mean that they're going to keep providing for you. That's why I always tell y'all to have a roster and a backup. Okay? So keep a backup, keep a roster. Don't treat them like they the only one. They're not treating you like you're the only one, so you better wake up. Sprinkle, sprinkle, get you another one. When you have a sugar daddy, you're supposed to have 2 sugar daddies. Don't stop at one. Stop at one, you look stupid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? I'm trying to help y'all. Listen. You said he's stingy. Maybe that's all he had left, or maybe his credit card bills are due. Maybe he maxed them out. Maybe he got to get his money back up. We don't know. But either way, you need a backup. And yeah. So I think women that have their own money and that have a lot of money, y'all don't even need to get married. Okay, unless you want to, unless that man makes more money than you or is going to 100% provide, period. And if he don't, he's gone. Kick to the curb. We live in a day and age now where women are very successful and they don't really need a husband unless that man is financially beneficial. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Why? Because if not, what are you signing up for? If the man is not financially beneficial, what's he gonna do for you? Think about it. What that man gonna do for you as a husband if he can't give you no money? List it. List all the pros of being married to a man if he's not giving you money. I don't see none. Exactly. And men have the nerve to ask what a woman brings to the table. Boy, if you don't get up out of here. Okay. Mm-mm. So if you don't see any pros marrying a man that doesn't offer anything financially to you to improve your life, you don't even need to say I do. You just need to go on dates, get them to pay bills, get your get your nice gifts, and tell them to go back to their house when y'all are done. Okay. If you're trying to have a baby and you're trying to have a family and you're trying to get married, make sure the man makes more money than you and is able to provide for the lifestyle that you're gonna want when you have a baby, when you raising kids, the neighborhoods, the cars. Okay. Make sure he can afford that before you even say I do. And make sure he has several streams of income and that he's good with money. Because if you marry somebody that's bad with money, with one stream of income, that can flip real quick. So make sure he's prepared in more than one way. Make sure he got the backup, the insurance, all of that. Okay. All of it. Otherwise, it's no point. It's okay to be the second wife. Actually, it's better to be the second wife. Second wife, better life. All right. After he divorced the first one, he learned a lot of stuff. You know what to do, what not to do. Okay. Usually that first one is Barbara the Builder anyway. Okay. How long is too long to wait for proposal? You're from a 36-year-old age gap relationship. Girl, how old is this man? Sometimes men won't marry you when they're super old because they don't want to change their will. Okay. Swear, you got to figure that out. They're like, ah, it ain't worth it. She'll stick around if I keep paying her money. And that's true. And if you're young enough, you can always get married later or you have one on the side. He won't never know. Okay. You said the first wife get cheated on heavily. Yep. Don't if you can avoid being the first wife, if you're gonna have an age gap marriage, and you can avoid definitely being the first wife, highly recommend it. Or if you want to be the first and the last wife, you need to date someone much older who's already been married. Actually, that won't be the first wife. Anyway, you need to date someone much older that you can highly benefit from if things don't go well and you leave. You need to leave with more. Okay. Because sometimes the first wife, she's not the Barbara the Builder. She's just in there to collect and go when he mess up. So depending on what type of first wife you are, you might can leave with something. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. It don't matter as long as you're not the first wife who's a pick Misha or Barbara the Builder. You're good to go. If you're the first wife and you're a gold digger, you might be better off afterwards. Are midlife crises still common in men? Yes, they are. They are. They start to panic as soon as they turn like 45, almost close to 50, they start to panic. So that's when you get the most money out of them if you're young. You get the most money out of a man who's almost about to be 50. All right. And I highly recommend, if you're going to do an age gap marriage, to marry a man that's closer to 50, because you're going to get the most out of them at that age. Their careers are going to be good. They're going to be desperate enough to try to hurry up and get married if they haven't married, or if they haven't remarried, because they're fearing dying alone. Okay. Or they fear that they're old because they're 50. So they're going to try to, combat that with dating a younger or marrying a younger woman and living their best life while they still got it left. Okay. So the closer you get to 50, the easier it's going to be to get more money and to get a proposal. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the bigger the ring, the nicer the house. Yep. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the stuff you ain't got to worry about with the youngsters. You don't really have to marry if you don't want to, but only if it's beneficial, I say. I wouldn't marry unless it's beneficial financially. I just do it. It don't make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, darling, for nothing. Nothing you do should make sense if it don't make dollars. Understand? So if you're going to enter into a marriage contract, because it is a contract, you better have some money. Don't enter into it for dumb reasons. Like, but I love him, but that's my ride or die. No. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Marrying secures the bag only if there is a bag to be secured. Some of y'all marrying when there's no bag to be secured, and y'all be looking stupid. Okay? So remember that. Some of y'all just married because y'all culture said don't roll around on the mattress until you're married. Y'all just want to see what it's like to roll around on that mattress. So y'all will marry anything, and it ain't even good after you roll around. You're like, ugh, what did I do? So some of y'all are being ran by your religion and your culture into marriage when you don't even need to marry. Some of them dudes be getting temporary marriage license so they can go roll around with you and then dip. And that's crazy, because like you don't even have to do that. I've talked to so many women who have been abandoned by their husband after they done rolled around. Now they stuck in another country and can't get divorced. Dummies. Look, y'all need to do better. If y'all want to roll around, just go roll around. That man ain't trying to do nothing but roll around. Now, if you're not trying to get his money and he ain't giving you enough money and he's not paying all your bills and he's not giving you stacks, don't even marry that fool. Why? You wonder why you get more positive attention when I dress and do my makeup in Asian style compared to Western. I live in Western country. Girl, I don't know. Just do your makeup however you look best. That money. Who cares? It don't even matter why. Just get the money. If it's working, it's working. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If it's working, it's working. Okay. Get the money, man. Continue on. We said women judge other women when they are not married. But who cares? Other women paying your bills? Then who cares? They can judge all they want. Their judgment don't matter. Like, okay, and did you feel better now for judging me? Good, I still don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all got to start learning how to be unbothered and stop caring. Like, are you done judging me now? Okay, I still don't care. I do what I want. What time y'all got to go home and cook and go to the grocery store and pick up them kids and do all that stuff for free? Good. I don't. I do whatever I want. So you could be like that. Guy works in law enforcement, gets lots of stuff, is generous, but not sure if I should stay with a person who has a job long-term. That job long-term. Okay, just date them and then be done. I mean, honestly, that's up to you. What kind of life do you want in the future? That's up to you. I can't tell you who to date and who not to date. I just know they better have some money. That's all I can tell you. Date somebody with some money. You've been with him for 5 years. He gave a half proposal 4 years ago. I don't It won't plan a date. He's 47 and you're 33. We live together. He pays all the bills and getting me a new car should I find a side dude. Okay. Stop doing all wife duties. Don't cook, don't clean, don't roll around on that mattress. Get the car first, then stop. Then get the ring. I don't know if you already got the ring, but stop doing all the duties of a wife because he don't need to marry you if you're already a wife. You need to go on strike. Whatever you're doing for him, stop doing it. Okay? Is the car in your name? Make sure it's in your name. Then after you get that car, then you stop doing everything. Stop. Get the car quick. Say, let's go get the car now. If he says no, stop doing everything. Then get the car, then stop doing everything again, and then get the date of the marriage. Get the down payment to the venue. You got to get him to pay for the venue. That way, at least he knows what he's working towards. And if a man is not trying to marry you, he don't like you. Okay? That man ain't trying to rush to the altar for you. He's close to 50, so you need to start painting a picture. You need to start planning life without him. Start going on trips by yourself. Stop doing stuff for him and tell him that's the duty of a wife, and I ain't a wife. All right. How did you maintain beauty and chores during pregnancy? I didn't do chores. That's one. I didn't do no chores. I put myself as a priority and I still got up and did my makeup and got dressed and looked cute every day, but I didn't do no chores, baby. You got to hire help. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or he got to do the chores. You pregnant. Why are you doing chores? You pregnant. Sit down. Thank you, Queen. And thank you, 777. Thank y'all for the gift. But ma'am, sit down. Let that man do the chores. You pregnant. Remember that. Or tell him to hire a maid. Trying to figure out what to do with a man that does provide funds, but I have to wait on it every time. You need to get on direct deposit. Tell him, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of waiting on you. This is beginning to have a rift in our relationship. If you just put me on direct deposit, we can skip all the money talk and get to the relationship and we can have a better bond. You need to have the talk with him. The talk is, I don't like talking about money. Every time I have to talk to you, put me on direct deposit every month or every week for this amount of money, and then we can focus on the relationship. Okay? Otherwise, it's getting, it's getting a bit redundant, and I don't like it. Tell him. It makes you uncomfortable. Okay. If you're pregnant, sit down, ma'am, and hire somebody. That if you married a man or you pregnant by a man that can't hire nobody or do the chores for you, then I guess the chores gonna have to get undone or stay undone because you ain't finna do them. Have his mama, his sister, his auntie come over and do them for you. I don't know. Whatever. He said, be mean to us. You need some motivation. Okay. I'll be mean. I'm always mean, but I'm in a nice way. I tell y'all the truth. But mean makes me heard. Nice, nobody hears. Okay. So if you already got your own money as a woman, you don't really need to marry unless he's got more money and likes you more. That's it. You just walked away from a dusty at 26. Good for you, man. Now you have the rest of your life to do better. Good. Most men don't want to marry either. Listen to me very carefully so y'all can understand what I'm telling y'all. Most men don't want to marry either. A lot are forced into marriage or forced into something that they don't really want to be a part of. They don't want to lose you, but they still don't want to marry you. But when you force them, they say, well, I guess I'll marry her, but I'm still do what I want to do anyway. They want their cake and eat it too, especially if you got to force them to marry you. They're going to have their cake and eat it too, whether y'all like it or not, because most men don't want to get married. Okay? They don't want the financial responsibility. They don't want the emotional issues. They don't want to have to deal with you every day. Da, da, da. Most men don't even want to get married. They don't. That's why y'all always saying, how do you make a man marry you? They don't want to marry you. They're going to be in the bar trying to holler at the next chick because they never want to marry you in the first place. So all you need to focus on is getting their money. If you want a man to want to marry you, you got to keep chasing and keep taking his money. All right. 45 male already wants you, 29 female, to move in together and get married. We only, okay, get the ring first, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is moving too quick. He's going to move you in there and then not marry you. So get the ring first and set a date first. Then move in. If your goal is marriage, he's lying. If your goal is marriage, get the ring first. Set a date. Send out, save the dates, which means you got your list of people you're inviting to the wedding. Put a down payment on the venue. Then move in. If he gets you in there without an actual date set or a ring on your finger, he's not gonna set no date. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Also, after 1 month, don't you think that's a little fast? That's very suspicious, darling. So, if you're going to do that, make sure he gives you enough money in your bank account to where you can move out and have 6 months worth of rent to your own apartment if things don't work out. Tell him to put that in your bank account before you move in. Why? Because most likely he's lying to you. He's getting you in there, and then he never plans to do anything after that except keep you there wandering and waiting. So you got to get what you need to get out of it before you even move in. That's the deal. If you move in there and have nothing, it's your fault because I told you. Okay? You don't have a ring. You don't have a secured bank account so you can leave at any time. And you don't have a wedding date. Don't look for marriage. Only 1 month. That's very suspicious, darling. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What? 1 month is too quick for sure, yeah. And you can date a man for a long time as long as he's giving you money. If your goal is marriage and not the money, it needs to be both. Okay? Don't have one goal or the other. Have both. If your goal is only marriage, it also needs to be money. If you are just getting married to get married, you're doing everything incorrect. Okay? Don't do it. You need to get married because you want to be married and because he has money. Those two go together because you can't live a good life if y'all are both struggling. He's broke or something. Okay? It does not go together. I don't care. He can love you as much as he wants. He can save up his little money for a Walmart ring and get down on one knee and propose with his one job dangling by a string. That means nothing. Listen to what I'm telling you. It absolutely means nothing. Okay? Doesn't mean anything. If he can't provide for you and your future generations, no. The answer is no. Absolutely not. I don't care. Okay? Because that is an insult to get down on one knee broke. Sorry, I said it. That is an insult for a man to put you in that predicament, to struggle. And it is an insult to yourself if you accept it. Y'all just agreed to poverty. Wonderful. Don't come asking me no questions after that because I'm telling you now. That man needs to have his stuff together before he even thinks about marriage. That's how they used to do in the old days. Man couldn't marry nobody unless he had his stuff together. Period. Because what they gonna do? What they gonna live off of? Yes, I know we live in the modern era and women earn their own money. So then why do they need to marry? Unless the man can provide. Okay. Because let me tell y'all something. It's not worth it. Allow a man into your space if he's not beneficial to you. Because all he's going to become is another child, and a burden with someone who is not, going to even benefit your lifestyle. Okay, they're going to mess up all your stuff. They're going to be breaking your good dishes. They're going to be peeing all over the toilet. You're not going to be able to buy the stuff you like to buy because they're going to mess it up. This is why a lot of women are single now and want to live by themselves, because the crap that they got to put up with, it's not worth it unless that man is highly financially beneficial. Do you understand? Ask women who are married or live with a man. When they go to the store, they can't even buy what they want, even if they got the money for it, because they know the man is going to mess it up, being disgusting. Okay. It's not fun to live with a man sometimes. They're not the cleanest creatures. And if you don't have a maid to clean up after them, you're going to be mad at them all the time. Okay. So get you a maid if you're going to have a man, especially, and make him provide all of that. You said you live alone and happy? Good. So a lot of people think it's an insult to say, oh, you're single, you're going to be single. That's not an insult. When you nowadays, when you hear that a woman is single, you think of a clean house, a nice house, a well-decorated house. You know what I'm saying? No crap on the floor, no arguments. Okay. How are you doing since Mr. Sprinkle passing? Oh, thank you, girl. I'm good, baby. Sprinkle. All right. I am well. Thank you for asking. Clean bathroom. Exactly, girl. Y'all don't have to ask me that anymore, baby. I'm well. Okay. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you for asking, but I'm good, baby. If y'all don't want to ask me that no more, y'all really don't have to, because I'm good. Okay. I was reading some comments. I'm going to talk about this for a second. I was reading some comments under somebody's video that was talking about how I'm a widow now. And some of the men's comments were hilarious. And the men were like, oh, if I died and my wife was talking like this, I'd be so mad. They are going to talk like that. You know why? Because most men in this day and age, and I'm not talking about my husband, I'm talking about all men. Most men don't realize if you're not beneficial to that woman, if you're not this and if you're not that, they're going to say even less when you're gone. Okay. My husband did everything for me. And a lot of those men don't do nothing for y'all. How do y'all think that most women feel after they lose someone who does nothing for them? Some of y'all out here thinking, oh, this woman loves me. Girl. Some of y'all have to even fake crying because y'all don't care. Especially when that man does nothing for you. Okay? Everybody, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, because some of y'all are widows and that man did nothing for you. And men need to wake up. When y'all are gone, if y'all don't do nothing for that woman, it's probably going to be a relief. Okay? Sprinkle. Y'all need to get it together if y'all want to be missed. I have been to several, y'all know, I used to work in the funeral industry. I've seen it across the board. No, I didn't see nobody crying too much for them Dusties, except their mama. Nobody was crying for them Dusties except their mama, girl. They was glad to be free. Okay. You said you were crying only because you wasted your time. Exactly. The only reason they would be crying is because they was left in debt and that they did waste their time. Other than that, no. You said wives are crying for tears of joy. So y'all have to understand, if y'all are dusty and in a relationship, nobody's going to miss you. They're going to be glad you're gone. And I'm just telling the truth because I've seen it too many times. At the end of the funeral, well, glad that's done. Where are we going to eat? I've heard it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I've seen plenty of male funeral directors coming on to them widows, and them widows was definitely responding. Them male funeral directors, yeah, they know. I have something in my eye. They were like, "Hey, how you doing? If you need anything, just call me." Day or night. Well, every time they said day or night, now you know what they meant. My mascara. Hold on, y'all. I've witnessed it. It's hilarious. And them widows be calling day and night. Can I talk to Mr. Such and such? They be coming by the office like weeks after, trying to holler. All right, anyway. How to find a husband, because there are too many girls and too little affluent men. Girl, you're not looking for an affluent man. You're looking for a provider that likes you times 10, that's going to give you what you want. Now, whether they're affluent or very generous, hold on, I'm trying to fix my contact. Y'all keep thinking that y'all are going to marry some multimillionaire or billionaire. If you don't look like multimillionaire or billionaire material, then you need to date within your league and date a man that likes you times 10 and that's going to provide for you and be able to give you, what you want. You're not always going to get a millionaire. You might get somebody that makes 6 figures and they can put you in a nice house. Aim there or aim higher and then land there. Okay. Put effort into yourself so you can get that, so you can attract that, so that can be happy to have you on their arm. Okay. You got to be what you got to be attractive to what it is you're trying to attract. So you can find a man with a good job, a stable career, who likes you times 10. That's what you go for. Not everybody's going to be able to get a millionaire or a billionaire, but you can get close. You can get a good lifestyle. Aim for that. Okay. If you are looking like who did it and why, you don't think you deserve that, you don't deserve it. You're not going to treat yourself as if you deserve it. You're not going to walk, talk, and dress like you deserve it. You're going to continue to look and walk and talk and act like what you think you deserve. So you better figure it out. What do you know you deserve? Get on it. Start looking like it. That's how you're going to attract a husband. Dress for the lifestyle you want, not for the one you got. All right. And you will attract it. You got to be in a pick-me show, looking like you steal from the beauty supply shop. Change your wardrobe. Change your hairstyle. Change your outfits. Dress like you go to the country club. Maybe it will help you and get to the other side of town where there's actually a country club. Dress for the lifestyle you want, not for the one you have. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. And the reason why I say, look, I have to be mean because people don't listen. The reason why I say stop dressing like you steal from the beauty supply shop is because y'all already know what that looks like. I don't even have to describe the outfit. You already know what it is. Okay? Stop dressing like that in public. Don't leave your house looking like that. I want to know what that's like. Go to your local beauty supply shop. Look on that poster board by the front entrance with all the people stealing on it with the security camera still shots. Go look. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. If you walk out the house looking like that, don't expect to find no man that wants you. I don't even have to describe the outfit. Y'all already know what it looked like. Stop wearing that crap. What? What time of day should I go to the country club? During the daytime when the people that don't have to work are there. That's where you're going to find the money. During the daytime on the weekdays. If you can't get there on the weekdays, early on the weekends. Or shortly after you get off work, if it's still open. Okay. You're 21, he's a doctor, 33, probably wants a one-night stand. How can you find out? Get him to give you some money before you even go on the date. He probably does want a one-night stand. 33-year-old doctor, how much you think he's making? Doctors don't really make that much money until they're older or they own their own practice. Because they're either paying back student loans or they're doing residency. See what kind of doctor is he? Look up his annual salary based on his age and what he does, like what type of doctor he is. Look it up on Google. You live with your boyfriend of 3 years, amazing relationships. I know he loves me and has been looking for rings, but hasn't pulled the trigger. He makes 6 figures, pays all the bills. What do I do? Okay, if y'all are still in y'all's 20s, I would wait. I don't know how old he is, but most men don't want to marry in their 20s for some reason or another, whatever. If you really want to marry him, then start talking about your future husband and don't talk about him as if it's him. He's going to have to fill that role. So you know what? Where I want to go on my honeymoon with my husband, don't say it's him. Not the shoplifting poster boy. Yeah, that's right. Start talking about your future with your future husband and don't imply that it's him. Okay? Then he'll start to want to fill that role naturally. Tell him the kind of ring you want or the kind of ring your future husband is going to buy you. Tell him the type of honeymoon your future husband is going to take you on. Tell him all the things you're going to do with your future husband and talk about it as if it ain't him, unless he wants to be him. You know what I'm saying? Don't even say it could be you. Just say, you know what? Well, you know what I want to do with my future husband, and something he never talked about, something that he don't even like, or something that he's not even into. That way he knows it's not about him, but it's about you. Sure is always right. Although my silver fox didn't work out, I got 2K from my other provider to help me into a better area, and he's paying for new home appliances and decor. Thank you, Shira. Uh-oh, girl, get it, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know that's right. Thank you. Congrats on your new place. Okay. Sorry, how do we join the Patreon if we want? Okay, it should be linked, but let me see if I can find it. Hold on, girl. I'm going to get you the link. It should be linked in the description bar. Or you can just go on Patreon and type in Shira 7 Journaling Group. Okay. Shira 7's Journaling Group. It should be linked though, not Patreon. Thank you. Let me see if I can share the link with you guys. Okay, I'll put the link here in the live comments, darling. All right, join tier 2 and up in order to message me directly, and I'll write you back in a day or two. All right, thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you said he provided but ghosted you. Turns out he went broke. Okay, well, at least you got some money out of it because you could have been ghosted with no money spent. Most men, they'll go broke if they can't afford the type of woman you are. So that's why you need to just let them spend so they can get out of the way faster. Okay. I wouldn't if you already knew he was broke, you shouldn't have been dealing with him. But if he was lying to you and not telling you he was broke and spending and spending and spending, that's his fault. It ain't yours. But I wouldn't date a broke man if you knew he was broke. You didn't know. So when they ghost, they got to go get their money back up. All right. My Patreon, it has journaling prompts. It has posts. It has PDF books that have to do with leveling up. It has where you can message me if you are on tier 2 and up. You can message me and I'll write you back within a day or two. It's private. Nobody's going to see your message. Blah, blah, blah. So just don't write me a whole paragraph or a life story. I don't need to know all that. Just ask me the question. Okay, because some of y'all, when y'all come over there, y'all are putting lists, numbers. I'm not reading all that. 3 sentences or less. Okay, 4 at the most. Don't sit there and write me no paragraph. No, I don't care about that. What's happening? You know. So when you join my Patreon tier 2 and up, write me a question. Write no paragraph because I will not read it. I promise you. Okay, stop doing too much. You do too much everywhere. That's why you don't get nowhere. Get straight to the point. I don't need to know the background. I need to know exactly what you're asking. And I need to know the age, how much money this man has. This is what you need to put in the question. Tell me how rich he is. Tell me how much money he has and what he's done for you. And what you're trying to accomplish. That's it. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know nothing else. Why? Because none of it matters. Okay? If I don't give relationship advice, I give financial advice. So that's all the questions that's all the information I need. How much money he make, how old he is, what he's done for you so far. Then you ask your question. Okay? All that other crap don't matter. Okay? Sprinkle. All right. And if you don't take care of yourself, don't even ask me why no men are coming up to you. Don't even waste your time asking me that. Okay? Because you already know the answer. All right. Yes. If you're gonna marry, you have to be marrying for benefits only, darling. Now, men don't like to hear this because it reduces them to having to be a provider and somebody that can do something. It makes them become a man of action. Most men don't like being a man of action, and that's the kind you need to avoid. Okay. You mentioned visiting bars during lunch. Should I stick to the same places? Yeah, try different places if the same places ain't working for you. If you're a regular somewhere on the rich side of town, that's good. But if nothing happens after 2 months, switch bars. Okay. Or lunch places. Yeah. Okay. So if you're going to get married, like men, don't listen to men. Let me tell you something. Men will tell you, don't listen to that woman. Don't listen to them. They're only trying to get something from you, and they're liars. Their one sole purpose on the planet Earth is to provide. If they're going to be in a relationship, it's not to leech off the woman while 9 months pregnant and having their hand out at bill pay time. That's not what they're there for. Listen to what I'm telling you. If they can't do the one job that was put on earth to do, provide and protect, or just provide because you can protect yourself these days. They can't do the one job they're here on earth to do. Why do you need them? Okay? They got one job, you have many jobs, ma'am. If they're trying to avoid their one position in life that they were put on the planet to do, it's a no. Okay? When a man stops fulfilling his role for the planet Earth, he starts to deteriorate. Okay? And you can see the masculinity deteriorating everywhere you look. Even their DNA using itself. That's why they need to do better. If there's no purpose for them anymore, evolution is going to naturally take them out over a course of time. So they need to get back on if they want to stick around. They need to get back on their main purpose. You can't do the only thing that you're here to do, then why are you here? You're taking up space. Right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You should go for whatever you want that likes you times 10, that got the money to provide for you fully. Whatever that is for you. So you can go for whatever you want, but realistically, understand what's possible for you. You know? You can aim for multimillionaires. You might get a millionaire. You can aim for a millionaire. You might get a high six-figure earner. But aim high no matter what. Okay? But if you're going to marry up. Never marry down. Or don't marry the same. Always marry up. If you don't marry up, you're going to regret it. Always marry up. Always marry someone who's beneficial financially. Always marry someone that will benefit your future generations. Don't marry down or don't marry equally. Never. You'll regret it because it's not going to stay that way. Just like if a man likes you more and you don't like him as much as he likes you, but y'all still like each other, but he likes you way more, the marriage is going to be better because eventually over time it's going to go like this. But if you like him more and he doesn't like you as much as you like him, it's going to get worse. So you got to make sure that man likes you 10 times more before you walk down that aisle. And you got to make sure he's a provider. Otherwise, what's the point of marrying him? None. 0 point. 0. Okay. I don't care about what religion a man is. Is he a provider and can you do what you want? Understand? Is he providing? Can you do what you want? Wonderful. Do you think the difference, Pygmisha, and a goddess is about control of the external versus the internal? Can you talk about the desire to control? A woman that marries a man close to her own age is going to have to be his mother. That's why I say marry older. You're going to have to be that man's mother if y'all are close to the same age because he's stupid and dumb. And you're literally mentally 10 years more mature than him mentally. So it's like having a child. If you marry someone older with more experience who has been on earth longer and knows what to do and can actually teach you something, you're less likely to have the dynamic of always have to tell him what to do because he's already going to know what to do and he's just going to do it. Going to get done most likely before you even have to ask if he's older. Sometimes you still got to tell him sometimes, but it's less, way less. So that's why I always tell y'all, stop dealing with men your own age. They're not smarter than y'all. Okay. I don't mean to be mean, but it's just the truth scientifically. Women are literally 10 years advanced mentally than men, especially at a younger age. It's like having another child or having a child. He's not going to know what to do. He's inexperienced. He's going to have to do trial and error, and he's going to fail many times, and y'all could suffer for it. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to marry someone, I definitely suggest marrying someone older than you so you don't have to take a mother role. And you're less likely to want to control someone who's way older than you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be put in a position to have to be the person that knows everything. Because that one is stupid. Okay? Sorry, y'all, they're mowing the grass out there. Uh-huh. You're 19, he's 27. Should you go for older man? You're not trying to get married at 19, are you? If that 27-year-old can pay some of your bills and give you some money, great. If he can't, don't claim him as your man. Just put him on a roster, whatever he can do for you. Free food Freddy. You know, what's he paying for you? What's he doing for you? Then that's how you put him in your contacts, whatever he can do for you. Have you seen the London Hard Knocks interview? No. Sorry. I don't have patience for young men. They're so immature and annoying. Yep. And then they're gonna want to play video games. Anybody got time for that? Okay. Don't marry a man that plays video games. Unless he's getting paid to play video games. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Unless he's one of them people that be getting paid to play them video games and you can go shopping with his money. Don't do it. Okay, he's always gonna put that thing first anyway. Okay? Nobody cares. Nobody wants a grown child sitting up in their house unless that grown child is getting paid to be a grown child. He said he an alcoholic, he rich, and he got female friends. Should you get married? Only if you marrying for money. And that's it, nothing more. What you marrying for? Money. That's the only reason you got. It's a good enough reason, but if you feel like you're going to regret marrying an alcoholic and a man with female friends, if you just can't take it mentally, you don't have your own set of friends, you know what I mean, and your own plans and your own business plans and your own plans for yourself, then you better not marry him. But if you only marry for his money and you got strategic plans for that money, then you go ahead and do what you got to do, man. Because some of y'all don't realize you need to go in with a plan and you need to stay unbothered if your plan can be executed. Okay? You can get in and you can get out. You don't got to stay there forever. You can get in and you can get right out if you got a plan. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Do you think marrying people in power is scary? I think if you're going to marry someone in power, you need to have just as much power on your side. So I think if you get married to someone in power, you need to have someone in power in your family. You need to have someone in power in your corner. If you're going to marry somebody with power, because y'all need to be able to go tit for tat when it comes to that, you know? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to have some connects. If you don't have no connects, don't do it. And he don't have to know about them connects till later on. You know what I mean? What if you put your time and energy into a business that doesn't work out? Don't put too much money into it. Start off small. That's what I tell y'all. Start off small. Then it won't matter. If you start off small and grow it and it works out, even better. Okay. Starting a business shouldn't be a leap of faith. It should be a hobby first. You should have a main source of income, whether it's a man giving you money or a job or whatever, and you should start your business as a side business. Don't put everything in one basket. Never do that. And start off small and grow it like a hobby. Okay. And if you are married, you should have a hobby and you should start a business if you want to, or you should start a savings and you should have a separate bank account. If you do have a joint bank account, just don't make any deposits yourself. Only make withdrawals. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said, "Will you marry for money? You will earn every cent. And you marry for dust, you will pay for dust." You're going to have to earn every cent at a job, and a dusty going to make you struggle. So you're not going to a lot of people tell y'all that to scare y'all off. That's not true. You know what? You're going to have to do the most in any relationship that you get into, whether he's dusty or not. Okay. And remember, you can do the same thing a man can do. You can do the same thing a man can do. Remember that. Some of y'all put so many boundaries on your own free will that y'all put yourselves in prisons. Okay? You ain't got to earn nothing. All you got to do is sign that piece of paper and know the law. Okay? If you smart, you don't work hard. Work smarter, not harder. Anybody knows that. If you dumb, you're going to be working hard in that marriage. If you smart, you're going to know the law and you're going to know exactly what you could do. Some of y'all don't even know the laws in your own states. That's why y'all suffer. You had a meeting with a psychic and she told me I would have to sleep to the top for my career as an actress. There, that's common sense. That ain't even, you don't need a psychic to one. Never mind. You believe in creating your own, girl. That woman is correct, and she gonna be correct before, during, and after you, and to every other woman in the world. Okay, most women gotta sleep their way to the top, unless they ugly in the entertainment industry, and still they might have to do it with a paper bag over their head. Okay, that's, you don't need a psychic to see that. That's common sense. That's common knowledge. All right, you ever seen a movie and you wonder how did this chick get this role? She's terrible. That's how. All right. Girl, you wasted your money on that psychic. I could have told you that for free. Okay. Mm. You said singing YouTube the flop. You worked hard for it. Should I try? Should I leave trying to be a singer? No, you need to do something else at the same time. Okay. Your singing is not, everybody's a singer. Okay. What's special about you? Okay. Everybody and their mama got a SoundCloud and a Spotify. What's special about you? Talk about your real life. Do some vlogs. People are more interested in a person nowadays than their talent, honestly. Then your talent should be the added bonus. Okay. Stop trying to make it the main thing when there's too many people out there. The market is oversaturated with singers. Be a person. Show who you are. What's special about you? Singing should be the added bonus. Okay. So if I were you in this day and age, I would not try to be no singer. I would be an influencer and that knows how to sing. Okay. Added bonus. Then people are like, oh, you should put out an album, girl. You need to put out an album. You can sing. You should put that out. And that's how you're going to get your audience. Because whenever people see somebody struggling and trying to make it as a singer, they're like, oh, just another singer. You know, when they get to know you as a human being and a person, and they see you as a real person, they might want to support your art. You got to have a presence. Okay. You don't have no presence. You're just a voice. Okay. AI can do that. They got to know who they supporting. They got to know who you are. Who are you? Why do they want to support your music? You know, do they know what's this song about? Did you write this song about something that happened in your life? Well, let me see what happened. You know, these days people respond more to your personal story than they do to your talent, especially if you're online. Don't nobody care. Now, back in the old days, before social media and all that kind of stuff, your talent was going to be top tier. But nowadays, people got to know who you are. They got to feel who you are as an individual person to care about anything that you're doing. Okay. So you got to think about this. All the famous people now have social media and they're putting their lives out there. They're showing you what they're doing every day, what they're eating, blah, 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 because people don't care about talent. They care about the person, which is good. But they need to see you as an individual before they want to support you. Okay. So get back on there and don't just be about music, be about everything else too. Okay. And you gotta be consistent every day. Get on there every day, or as much as you can. Consistency is the key. Once they recognize your face, think about this. You're gonna recognize your face, your voice, da da da. And if you open up your mouth and start singing, they're gonna go, ooh, when the album coming out? When the album coming out? You see? So become a real person first, and then people will support you. Mm-hmm. But this is a new day and age. Things have changed. If a celebrity came out before social media was big, they're already there. Okay. But if not, if you're starting out in this day and age, you got to start as an influencer or someone that, you know, is putting their stuff out on a daily basis, along with your talent. You said hope is not a strategy. Woman must be smart. That's right. When I was 23, I already met the man that I married. But we were going out all the time. Yeah, we were having fun. But when I was 23, I was already living with the man that I actually married. I met him when I was 22. So before I was 22, I was going out all the time. I was working in a funeral home and I would go out all the time. I'll go out every night or every other night. I would be out in nice restaurant bars. I would be out in lounges. I would be doing this. I would be doing that. It's a numbers game. You got to be out and about. You got to be seen and you got to be among the people that have the money. Okay. You got to go outside. That's what you got to do. The more you go, the faster you're going to meet people that have what you want. Okay. I got married at 26. So I was a live-in girlfriend and I was a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home girlfriend, stay-at-home fiance, stay-at-home wife. Okay. From the start. So therefore, you got to get outside. You got to get outside often. It's a numbers game. Okay. You heard his ego bat. He said he wants a break. I agree. Working on leveling up and getting a roster. Charge a fee when he comes back. He spent a lot of money on me. Blocked him on IG. Okay. So you gave him the unblock fee. Wonderful. Wonderful. If you don't want that man to leave, you can't hurt his ego bad. You only can bruise it a little bit. Okay. So obviously you want it to have a break too, hopefully. And now you could get your roster up. Okay. In the future, you don't hurt his ego. You only bruise it if you want his money. Keep trying to tell y'all that, but y'all's emotions keep getting in the way. And your bruising of the ego should be very strategic to get something. If that's what you want, then now you can get your roster up. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What is the conversation about money that you should have when he talks about marriage? Okay. Would you agree to a prenup? What are your non-negotiable? Okay. If he's rich and he has money, you need to have enough money in your bank account before you say I do. He needs to give you a certain amount of money to where you can leave or move out at any given time, or you can start a business, or both. You need to have that in your account first before y'all get married. Other thing, you need to know that he has more than one stream of income or a way to pay for your lifestyle and his lifestyle and the future of your children's lifestyle. You just see if he has a savings, investments, all that. You need to know all of that. If he's got debt, et cetera, et cetera. What you're signing up for, because you sign up to him, you sign up to his debt too. So you need to make sure his credit is good and everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't want a prenup or you want a prenup, you need to put your own stuff in there. And he might agree not to have one if what you're asking for is too much for him. Okay. For example, a lot of people put fidelity clauses. Like if you cheat on me, you owe me this much money. And that way, he's less likely to cheat. And if he does, he got to pay. That doesn't absolutely mean divorce. It means he's just got to give you money. And it's up to you whether you want to leave or not. You can also put in there, if he cheats, this is how much you're going to get if you do divorce. You can put all that up in there. That might make him change his mind of getting a prenup anyway. Because if he knows he's going to cheat, he's not going to want a prenup at all. Or y'all might not end up getting married if he doesn't want to sign that fidelity clause. then you already knew he planned on cheating on you anyway. So that's what y'all need to be discussing, because a lot of times these men already know they're gonna cheat on you. That's why if y'all really want to get some money out of it, put a fidelity clause in there. You said, why wouldn't you leave if he cheats? Because you're just gonna find another cheater. All men cheat, but can you get some money out of it? And can you get some more money out of it? Because if you say every time you cheat, I get this much money, and he cheats twice, you're gonna get twice the amount of money. So if you're gonna do a prenup, make sure you put a fidelity clause in there. Every time you get caught cheating, it's how much money you're gonna get. Then he might not cheat as much. If he does get caught once, maybe he won't do it twice. You never know. And you can do whatever you need to do to make sure that you find out if he's cheating or not. And he's going to live his life paranoid. If you try to talk to another woman, he's going to think, is this a setup? Do I got a tracker on my car? Is there a tracker? Is this woman a setup? So he's going to be thinking like that the whole time. He won't cross the line if he thinks every woman's a setup. Now, will he? Or that he could possibly get caught? Or is there some new spyware get involved? So he's going to be constantly paranoid because you like money, and you're going to do, and if you already busted him before, you know, you get busted again. So keep him on his toes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Be like, I wouldn't even care about doing all that unless it equaled to some money. I'm not going to track you unless I'm getting paid, because that's a job. Okay. If you're going to track this man and be the FBI looking for him, if he's cheating or not, at least get paid for it. Okay. Don't do it for free. Some of these pick-me-shoes out here are tracking dusties and that, not getting nothing out of it. Okay. If you're going to track somebody, make sure the prenup to get paid. You understand? If we can date men for money without putting out, then why can we not have that for our careers also? Huh? You can have that for your careers as well, but don't pay in the presence of a grown man. So, nobody told y'all not to have careers. I told y'all not to reach in your pocket if a man is in your life. Do you understand? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They're supposed to come and provide and approve, not take away from you and make you spend your own money while you're in their presence. Okay. We live in an age where any woman can be an independent career woman. We don't care. That's done. Go be an independent career woman. Great. But if you're going to be with a man, they're supposed to be beneficial to you. You're not supposed to be clocked in 9 months pregnant, paying half the rent, living in a house with a grown able-bodied man. That's not what you're supposed to do. So we know any woman can get out and get it. Wonderful. Great. I love it. But if you're going to get the man, they need to be beneficial, and you need to keep your money in your pockets. Do you understand? They're supposed to come around to provide, not come around to take. All right. Hi, Shira. I'm on my level up journey at 27, but I'm tall and 5'9" and 200. And I successfully fit. Girl, okay, I'm 5'9". I wear heels and everything. Okay. You just need to look like the type of woman that a man actually wants to pursue. And you need to get around men that like tall women. And you need to look good. And you need to wear clothes that flatter your figure and all of that. If you don't want to wear heels, wear flats. But still dress cute, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You wear heels too? I wear my heels. They don't have to be the stilettos. They can just be like smaller heels, but wear them heels, girl. If we can date men for money without putting out, then why cannot we have that for an acting career? Girl, get out of here with that. Okay, where are you from? Where you been sleeping? Unless you're one of them ugly women that act as an ugly side piece, like character to the main character, and nobody wants to sleep with you. And people say, well, let me find this ugly chick to be the side character, and nobody wants to sleep with you. They still might do it anyway because they tired of pretty chicks. They might want an ugly chick, you know? They might want to roll around with an ugly chick anyway. I'm not calling you ugly, but I'm saying in that industry, you're going to have to do something, baby. You already know it. Stop asking me dumb questions. Stop wasting your money asking me dumb. You're going to have to bend. All right? That's it. Unless you start your own production company and start your own film company and get on YouTube and start your own film company and then film your own movie with an iPhone or some cameras and then sell it to Netflix or Tubi. You ain't gonna get around it. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Please give tips about friendships and other women. Deal with people on your same level financially, because otherwise people are going to be mad and envious of you. So when you level up, your friends got to level up, or you got to switch to new friends because it's never going to work out. Okay. So unless you're willing to film your own film and star in your own film with some other people that don't want to get bent over and y'all pitch y'all stuff to Tubi, I don't know what to tell you. Netflix or Tubi, film on your own cameras. You're going to have to be in charge of that. All right? You have to get your stuff together and become your own production company, which you should. I really believe you should. You missed the super chat? Hold on. Tired of going to the first dates for only flower bouquets and cash. I want Chanel bag. How can I? You need to date somebody that knows that you want a Chanel bag. Okay, you need to find somebody that like it times 10, times 20 maybe. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Start sending them links and information about the bag you want. You might can get that on the third date. The second or first date, I don't know. If you're good, you can get it sent to your house before you even get on a date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So don't ask me no more questions about trying to make it in Hollywood without having to sleep your way to the top if you're a woman. Okay. Okay. Stop asking me dumb questions. Start your own film company. Do independent film. Start your own stuff if you don't want to bend. All right. You said, wait, you can get Chanel sent to your house? Yes, ma'am. They have an online store and they ship out. Yes, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look. They will package it up, wrap it in a bow and everything, and put it in a box. And it will be delivered to your doorstep. You definitely can get some Chanel online. How you doing? Makeup, purses, jewelry, shoes, skincare, everything. It's all on the same website. Send them the links. Dior as well. Whatever you want. Put that on the list. Don't even matter. I'm sure a small percentage of men don't cheat. Okay, you gonna find one? You on the lookout for one? You gonna spend your life searching for that? Would you? Girl, you gonna be on a Mission Impossible for real? Mm-hmm. He's planning for our third date, but you want money. How do I ask? Tell him you need something to wear and you want him to buy you a dress. And it costs this much. then send him your PayPal or your Cash App or your Venmo link. You want to look good for him. See what he do. See how he move, baby. You're 20. Should you date guys your age? I've never had a boyfriend. Yes, start off with men your own age, so you know that you don't want them when you try to get serious. Okay. All right. You need to date. If you never dated a man before, you definitely need to date a man your own age. Get him out the way so you know that's not what you want. Then you can date older. Wonderful. That way, when it's time to find a man to settle down with, who you want to marry, you already got that out of your system, and now you can choose wisely. Mm-hmm. What? You've been confronted by a man's wife you've been talking to. She told me to leave her husband alone, but he's a provider. How do I tell her in a classy way? No. Say, just tell her that she needs to talk to her husband about that. And that, he's just one of the many. That's what I was. Girl, he just one of the many. You need to talk to him about that. He ain't the main one for me, baby. He's just one of them. Tell him that. Tell her that. Say he's just one of the many. Girl, don't take him seriously. You talk to your husband. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That's a pick Misha wife. Let me tell you why. That's a pick Misha wife because she's not talking to him. She's talking to you, which means she probably talked to many women. She's probably good at it. She probably didn't practice, know what to say. It's probably not the first woman she had to talk to, and probably ain't gonna be the last woman she got to talk to. So if you want to keep him providing, just be like, you know what, you need to talk to your husband because he's one of the many. That's all you gotta do. Because let me tell you what, if you gonna talk to the next one too, she ain't going nowhere. She haven't gone anywhere. That's probably Barbara the Builder, and she don't want to let her investment go. Mm-hmm. Think about this. If she wasn't putting in money in that relationship, she wouldn't care. She'd be on her way to the lawyer trying to get her money. That woman and built that man up, probably paid for stuff for him. She probably still doing that. That's why she's trying to protect her investment. So that's Barbara the Builder right there. That's usually the first wife. The first wife is always Barbara the Builder or Pick Misha. She got to find her man cheating several times before she would wake up and leave him and stop wasting money on him. Because usually a man doesn't like the person that goes 50-50 with. He's just there until he finds someone to better, until he gets his money up by saving it, by dealing with Barbara the Builder and Pick Misha. Now he get his savings up, finds the woman he really wants. Don't care if he get caught by Pick Misha or not, because she like him too much to do anything. So he can literally have his cake and eat it too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Provider acting up, bullies you, and disrespects you. You've been in lots of anxiety, but I still need money to reinvest in my business. What should I do? Most people who have to deal with a boss, their boss disrespects them all the time. But you have to understand, you got a mouth too. You can talk trash to him too after you get his money. Get his money first, then talk trash right back to him. Okay. I think I would have more than one so that you don't have to put up with someone that's disrespecting you. That's why you need more than one provider. Okay. So you need to get outside, meet another one that doesn't do that to you, and replace. Okay? Because some of y'all think y'all have one option when you should have several. You need to have several options. So start dating somebody else that has just as much money or more. Because if you got him, you can get another one. All right? I would not be dealing with that because I would have number 2, number 3. And I keep telling y'all, as soon as y'all meet a sugar daddy or a provider, you need to go out that same week and find another one. Don't get comfortable. If you looking good that week enough to catch a sugar daddy, you looking good to catch 2 or 3. So as soon as you catch one, you're in that good spot where you can catch 2 and 3 at the same time. You need to stay ready. Okay? That way, when he fixes his mouth to say something stupid, you can send that unblock fee, then block him and go talk to the next one. Then when he want to act right and pay that unblock fee and apologize, he can come back. Otherwise, he got to stay on that block list until he pays to get off of it. That's why y'all need more than one. Okay? Y'all put yourselves in that predicament because you only deal with one. You need to deal with more than one. If you're a businesswoman, you already know. If you got 3 people you're doing business with, 1 or 2 might not work out. 1 or 2 might pull out of the business deal, but you got that one. Okay? You got to keep a couple of options. And everything you do in life, you got backups and options. You got insurance. Why not in a relationship? Okay? Have more than one. Distant with provider for the past 2 days. What? Make him miss me after spending 4 days with him. He texted me saying to come get my items from his house thoughts. Tell him to ship them to you. If they're valuable, say, okay, just put them out on the front porch. I'll pick them up. Don't act like you even want to see him, because that's his way to get him. That's his way of saying, I want to see you without an apology. Say, just put him on the front porch. I'll swing by and get him tomorrow. Act like you don't want to see him. He's getting us a dog advice. Do you want a dog? Because that's going to be all your responsibility. And don't make it your responsibility. Do not make that dog your responsibility if you don't want it to be your responsibility. You're probably trying to practice to see what type of mother you are. But if that's the case, and are y'all married? If you ain't married, that's his dog. And he got to take care of it. Sprinkle. Sorry. It's like, oh, you're getting a dog. Keep saying he's getting a dog. If you don't like dogs, you ain't finna wake up in the morning and walk that dog and clean up its poop and all that kind of stuff. Tell him that's his dog. Because he'll buy a dog and you'll be doing all the work. That's also an indication of what type of father he's probably going to be. So unless that he buys a dog for himself, wonderful. You said, I'm his stay-at-home girlfriend? Okay. Well, do you want a dog? You never told me if you want one or not. You got to take it to get it groomed. You got to potty train it. You got to take it on walks. You got to keep getting shots. What you going to do? That's a full-time job, having a pet. What kind of dog is it? Does it shed its fur everywhere? I mean, what kind of dog is it? A little chihuahua or something? A big dog with big poops? He's trying to get you something to do. So you're saying he probably won't come back since I hurt his ego no matter how much he spent. No, because now he knows how you see him and you don't respect him. There's no way to come back from that. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna tell somebody off, it needs to bruise their ego slightly so they can come back from it. If you hurt his ego so bad that he can't come back from it because he sees how you see him now, he's just gonna go find someone else who sees him with respect. That's what I'm telling you. If y'all want something out of a man, you'll have to bruise their ego. You can't hurt it, because if they're ego driven, they can never come back from that. And you'll never see them as the person that they want you to see them as. So they're just going to move on. Okay. You met a billionaire. He helping me with his contacts to get better job. I want him to invest with money. How can I get the bag? We dated a couple times. Tell him you don't want to work. No. It's like, I want to start my own business and I don't really want to work anymore. So instead of helping me find a job. Can you find me some investors so I can get my business started? I have this much saved up and I only need this. Maybe some angel investors. Use those terms. Angel investors means they'll give you money without wanting nobody to pay them back. So use these words. Oh, instead of a job, I'd prefer some angel investors because I'm trying to get my business started. That means angel investors will give you money, don't want you to pay them back. Then tell him how much you got saved up and make sure it's not too much. So he'll be like, oh, okay, well, I can invest something. And don't involve him in your business. Just like, I want to do this on my own so I can feel accomplished. He'll think it's more of a hobby and it'll keep you busy. And if it earns money, it earns money. Great. If not, you're going to learn by trial and error. In the meantime, he can pay your bills with those investments. A lot of men just want to keep you busy. Doesn't matter what you do. So if you stay busy starting a business, that might be even better because you're more focused on that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Marriage is a business only married for money. That's right, ma'am. Stop marrying for dumb reasons. Married for money. Okay. And ask any woman who's ever been married. Maybe they've been married, or maybe they're divorced, maybe they're widowed. Ask them right now in the comments. What should you marry for? All of them gonna tell you money. Every last one of them. Okay. Every last woman is gonna tell you to marry for money. Ask them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So don't think you know better because you don't. Then all the other women who have been married and are married, you don't know better than them. Marry for money, always, because you're gonna be mad. And your kids gonna be mad. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, please marry for the correct reason. Marry for money. All the married women and all the women who have been divorced or widowed, they're going to tell you in the comments, marry for money. That's the only thing you need to marry for. Everything else is an added bonus. Now, I'm not saying don't love him. Don't do this. I'm saying marry for money first and foremost. That's the number one criteria. Then if everything else falls in place, added bonus. But that needs to be in place for sure. Otherwise, you're just doing a disservice to your entire bloodline. Okay? Disservice. Now, I need to tell y'all let me tell y'all why a lot of these men are dusty in this day and age. Because their moms married dust. All right? Let me tell you why a lot of men are dusty these days. Because their moms married dust. You want to keep procreating dusty, after dusty, then you got to marry for money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he asks for a prenup? Then put a fidelity clause in there. If he cheats, he owes you much money. In the meantime, make sure he's giving you direct deposits every month. Put that in the prenup too. How much money you want every month in your own bank account. Put that in there too. So that way you can build your business or your portfolio or whatever you're trying to build. Because just like he asks you to sign something, you can ask him to sign something for real. You can put your stuff in there too, what you want out of the marriage. After that, he might not even want you to sign nothing. Start putting stuff in there yourself. What if he asks for a credit score for allowance? Should you show it or move on? You ask him for a credit card to improve your credit. and he's going to pay it off. Okay. And you tell him to give you a credit card that he pays off, but put it in your name so you can build your credit and improve it. And pay off your other credit cards. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said marriage doesn't benefit women. Only if she marries for money, it does. That's the only way. Otherwise, it does not. You're correct. If you don't marry for money, don't marry at all. Unless you need a green card and you come here and get your own money and divorce him 2 years later and do what you want. That's the only time I recommend, and I still don't even recommend marrying somebody for a green card if they're broke, because they're gonna have you out there working. But marry for money. Everything else will fall in place. Okay. Am I the sprinkle sprinkle lady? Of course, the one and only. Shira 7. You said, yes, that's my mother. Shira, how can women maximize financial benefit from marriage? Marrying for money, starting a business, having a savings, having hobbies, investing in herself and other things. Okay. Staying busy and getting money too. Saving your money, spending his money. Okay. That's how. Start a little business, get him to give you some money. Start a little online business, a little drop ship company, or whatever services you open up something. If you like to be in person in your little business, make sure he give you the money for it. Okay. Do something. Don't marry for anything else but money, because you will regret it. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now you can date men. You can get it out of your system to date dust, but don't ever marry it or procreate with it. Only marry for money and procreate with men who are going to be there in the future for money. You understand? Otherwise, y'all are perpetuating a poverty cycle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got 2 sugar daddies. They both call me at least twice a day, and one wants to take me to dinner every single day of the week. How can I get them to calm down? By asking them for money every time. Tell them, oh, I can make it to dinner, but I need this much money, or else I can't make it because I have to go and help my sister do this, this, and that, and she'll pay me to babysit or to help her out with Aunt Ethel. Okay. You need to make sure he's giving you money before you even get there. Tell him Cash App, Venmo, stop by the ATM, something. Exactly. But y'all have to remember one thing. Y'all gotta look good when y'all out there trying to do this. Y'all can't just walk out the house. Y'all gotta put in energy and effort to what you look like. If you're trying to date up and marry up, you gotta represent. Okay. So, and most of the time, most men will give you what you want if you look good, especially if they know you got options out there or can get options. They're more willing to do more for you if you put in an effort into yourself. You can't just come up there and expect some man to do the most and you look like who did it and why. Okay? So make sure you're looking good and get in that mirror. Uh-huh. And don't ever show a man your credit score. Their job is to improve your credit score, whether they see it or not. You understand? Because otherwise, they're gonna get your information and run a scam on your credit. Don't give them that. That's not their business. Okay, if they're there to improve your credit score, they'll get you a credit card and pay the monthly bills after you pay your own credit card bills off with their credit card. You understand me? They shouldn't be asking you that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some of them dudes that y'all be talking to, he's trying to scam y'all and y'all dumb. Okay, let me tell y'all, some of these dudes, they scam you because you're not a real gold digger. Okay? You know what, a real gold digger don't give out none of her information. They just collect, okay? They don't talk about none of their money. They don't talk about none of that. They get money. They don't talk about their credit scores. They don't talk about their jobs. They don't talk about none of that because none of that needs to be known. So some of y'all getting scammed when y'all showing people y'all's credit score, y'all's names, y'all's addresses. No. You just take the money from men and don't commit to them. How do I deal with occasional loneliness? Honestly, if you're lonely, maybe you need to get you an emotional support pit, darling. If you don't want a man, if you can't find one that's a keeper, find you an emotional support pit and keep collecting your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have some friends. Girls' night. I don't know. But if you are asking me for permission to roll around with a dusty, I'm not getting it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can roll around with a rich man before you roll around with a dusty. You know what I'm saying? If you just got to roll around with something, make sure he's rich. But remember, don't get emotionally attached if you're rolling around too quick and he hasn't invested. He said at least the dog will be loyal. Okay. Someone says join a Pilates class. Some of y'all need to learn how to enjoy your own company. You dropped your so-called friends and it was the best decision you made. Yeah, true. Thank you, Valentina. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said anyone no G? I don't know what that means. But guess what? When you're alone, you can focus more on yourself anyway. What you want, your goals, business ideas, self-care, whatever, you know. And if you go out by yourself, you're never really lonely because there's always going to be people talking to you and trying to get to know you. Sure, if we aren't cooking, cleaning, what's our leverage? Looks. Going out by yourself. Look, if you ain't cooking and cleaning, what's your leverage? How you look and how easily he can be replaced. That's your leverage. If he likes you 10 times more, that's your leverage. Okay? If he likes you 10 times more and you stop cooking, he knows it's not about not cooking or you not cooking at all. He don't care if you cook or not. He likes you 10 times more. 10 times more means you're the prize and he must cater to you. When you're not happy, he's not happy because he likes you 10 times more and he knows that you don't like him as much as you like him and he likes you. That's the leverage. And y'all keep missing that every time I tell y'all. You look good and he likes you 10 times more. That's the leverage. If you don't have that leverage, you don't have no leverage at all. Your leverage doesn't count if you don't have that. Okay? Got to look good and he got to like you times 10. Whether you cook or not. Cooking and cleaning has never been leverage unless you're in a cleaner. All right. Cooking and cleaning is an added bonus if you choose to do it or not. It's not a leverage because you don't have to do it. and he already like you times 10, and you look good, that's the leverage. Okay. You said, but when that 10% flips, I didn't say 10%, I said 10 times. And you're never supposed to like them more than they like you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So you like them 1%, they like you. Now you like them 10%, they like you 100%. Do you understand? That's the dynamic. You will never lose leverage with that. You like them 10%, they like you 100%. That's it. And the whole time they're earning you to like them a little bit and a little bit more. And when a man invests in you and they're earning you, you're the prize, you remain the prize, and they're investing in you. That's the leverage. You can't do that, I wouldn't even recommend getting married, darling. Marriage should be beneficial to you as a woman. Period. Financially. Huh? It doesn't equal out if he likes you times 10 and you don't start, if you like him too much and you become a pick-misha and you let it equal out, that's your fault. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And that's why I told y'all need to have hobbies, your own life, stuff to do. Don't be all up under him all the time, blah, 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 blah. You can like him a little bit more, but always he must like you way, way more. Okay? Some of y'all get into a relationship and lose yourself and become male-centered and a pick-me, and then that's when they don't even want you no more because they ain't got to chase you and they don't have to work for you anymore. Now you doing everything for him, and now he's looking at you like, dang, I thought you was the prize. What is this, pick-misha? You know? When you get into a marriage, you're not supposed to turn into no pick-misha. Okay? Keep your hobbies, keep your life, keep your own stuff going. Stay self-obsessed. Keep them chasing. Oh, thank you, Truthiana girl. Sprinkle. That's the problem when y'all get married. Y'all trade in y'all's heels for flip-flops and yoga pants and start looking like who did it and why when you leave the house. They start liking you a little bit less and less when they see you. What you got on today? Did you go to the gym? No. Why you got them gym clothes on then? You supposed to stay cute. Don't let yourself go. Stay cute. Keep your leverage. That's leverage. Looking good. Okay. I feel sorry for some of these men out here. I know them wives used to look better than that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. I feel sorry for some of these men out here whose wives let themselves go and never get themselves back. Now it's okay, like when you get pregnant and stuff, and you got to gain your little weight, lose your little weight, you got a little weight, little problem, whatever. Keep it under control. Never give up. Okay. If you ain't trying, you gave up. If you ain't trying, don't give up. Okay? I'm so sad for some men when I see them out there with these wives that look like who did it and why. I know they embarrassed. I know they cheating or they want to cheat. I know they're sitting here like, ooh, this chick looked like she done rolled off the couch, rolled out the bed, didn't do nothing with herself, and just looked like disgusting. You know, and I know women could do better than that. I know they got kids and stuff like that, but that's not an excuse. You could get up early. I'm sorry. You can get up early. You could hire a nanny with his money. If you can't hire a nanny with his money, you could tell his sister or his mama to come help out, or you could get up earlier than they do. And you could stop doing as much stuff and put some energy into yourself. Okay. I hate it when I see that. I'm like, girl, did you just give up? You look like you used to look like something, but now you don't. And I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the fact that they don't care enough to get themselves back. Because anybody can fall off, but can you get yourself back? Okay. I remember you saying if you were a man and the woman let herself go, you would cheat. If I were a man and I married someone that was attractive and then they let themselves go, I would be real mad because that's the same thing as going broke. If you marry a man and they went broke, that's the same thing because your looks are your currency. So, men are visual creatures, women like money. Okay. If you don't want your man going broke, keep your looks up and keep demanding him to give you money. And yeah. You said you see wives look bothered just because another woman took time to elevate herself. That's true. And then wives be mad because they let themselves go and you looking at some other chick that look good. And as a man, keep yourself up. I'm sorry. At least keep trying. Keep putting in effort. I don't care. Even if you're not at the exact size you want to be in, still get up and put your makeup and do your hair. Look better. Look the best you can look at what you're looking like now and keep it moving. All right. Because when you get married and you let yourself go, that's your currency. That's your leverage. Don't lose it. Mm-hmm. If you got money, you need to have looks. If he's broke, don't even worry about it, girl. Do what you want to do. I wouldn't even claim him or be with him. I'd work on myself to get up out of there if he's broke. All right. How can a single woman who's independent and building herself in her 30s, you need to date a man in his 50s so he can help you? That's how. You need to go find somebody in his 50s that can give you some money so you can take a little rest and get a little savings. You need a sugar daddy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to date much older. Shortcut. Just think about this. How old are you? In your 30s? If you date the right man, by the time you're in 2 years, your business could be up on the ground. You could have money saved and a new wardrobe and possibly a nice car. You know what I'm saying? Get you a man who's older, 50s, 60s, whatever. Yeah. Take the shortcut. There's no prize at the end for struggling. You could take a shortcut, take it. Go for a man that can do for you and help you get to the next level faster, okay? Mm-hmm. Don't ask me what business you should start up. Start up what you're passionate about and what you're good at and what you can start off small and grow without having to be financially struggling. Okay. Do what you like. Everybody likes different things, but if I were to start a business, it's going to be something that someone will repurchase over and over and that's high in demand. No stupid stuff. Okay. Or if there's a service that you provide or online service you can provide, whatever. Okay. What to do when he talks marriage and wants a serious relationship, gives well, but is inexperienced? Should I say it not enough for exclusivity or experienced in doing what? Rolling around the mattress? What's he inexperienced in? What you talking about experience? Like too young to know anything? If he has money, he got it. How much money does he have? Does he have enough to provide you with the lifestyle you want today? I don't know what you're talking about, girl. Rolling around on the mattress experience or what? Hmm. What? Older guy you're dating is handsome and rich, but how long to wait to roll around. All your bills must be paid off if he likes you and wants to invest in a future with you. He will free you financially. So if you want him to stick around and you want to be a part of his future, make sure he's a part of your bill pay and get you debt free. Okay. Are your credit cards paid off? Your car note paid off? That means, he's investing in you for future. Okay. He can roll around with any pygmisha. He can go hire somebody to roll around with. Why should you roll around with him? What's special about you? What he gonna do for you? You know what I mean? All right. Make sure he's invested in you. If he's young, girl, don't ask me no questions, no dumb questions then. Okay. He can't do nothing for you if he's young. What you gonna do? You feel stuck in a lazy days lately. Is spiritual, and what can I do to break it? I go to the gym, I eat healthy, I'm vegan at the moment. Sprinkle. You need to get my elixirs, ma'am. You need to go to my Etsy store and get my elixirs. Okay, start with phase 1. I'm gonna link it to you. Hold on. Phase 1, it boosts your energy. It gets you out of your own way. It keeps you from being lethargic. It's all natural minerals and supplements and nanoparticles. It also helps you think faster and become better at what you do. I'm gonna link it here. Okay, I don't know if I have this on my permanent links, but click on this and order phase 1 Ashira's Golden Elixir, and then they're gonna go in order. You can order phase 2, 3, and you should get the full amount, the 1 ounce bottle. It takes you 1 month to finish 1 bottle. You're supposed to take half a dropper in the morning, half a dropper in the afternoon. Don't take it at night and give you too much energy. And yeah, complete the levels. Also, make sure your address is correct before you purchase or put anything in your cart, and make sure you do it on a laptop, or you like double check and refresh and make sure your address is correct, because I use a shipper. And if your stuff is getting sent to the wrong address because you didn't fix it, that's your fault, baby. So make sure you fix your address before you go up in there, because a lot of y'all be on Etsy and have to change y'all's address because it's been so long since y'all used Etsy or something like that. Fix that address first before you order. All right. I'm going to link it again here. If you want to get out of your own way, my elixirs on Etsy, they have some particles in there, nanoparticles in there that give you energy, gold, silver, platinum, and among some other natural minerals that you don't get every day in your life. And they are game changers, life changers. Ask anyone who has taken them. I started all my businesses while I was taking those supplements. I started 3 businesses, wrote books. All this stuff was done on them supplements. Okay, all my books were written on those supplements. All my businesses were started on those supplements. I used to go every day on 2 channels on them supplements. How you doing? Y'all remember back in the day, my day ones? I have two YouTube channels. I had actually 4, but I stopped filming on like the makeup channel and the other one. But I have 2. I have a spiritual channel and this channel, and I would go every day on both channels. I wrote books. I had 3 businesses. I was a mother, wife, still a mother, and everything. Picked kids up from school, went shopping, looked good, did my hair and makeup. You need these supplements. Start on phase 1, Ashira's Golden Elixir, and I think phase 2 is in the blue bottle. If you're going to start phase 2, if you already on phase 1, if you start phase 2, you need a project, because you will have so much energy, and it also boosts your libido. So if you ain't got nothing to do to channel that energy, you're going to be rolling around on that mattress. So make sure you have a project to do. It works for men too. And you got problems down there, get you that platinum. I also sell Vita Elixirs, which is also the platinum, gold, silver. The platinum will get you the libido, but if you're taking phase 2, it has platinum in it, so you're going to have those results as well. You could take them one at a time, complete each phase. It's an alchemy that completes itself after you finish all the phases. But let me tell you, you will get out of your own way. You will stop making excuses. You will have the mindset to push forward and get rid of the dust. And it literally is going to raise your confidence, how you feel about yourself, your productivity. And if you're an athlete, If you work out, it's going to give you longer time in the gym and you're going to be able to go longer. You're just going to grow your stamina as well. Why y'all think y'all always asking me, how do I do this? Get up every day and gird them supplements. Okay. You need to ask a physician if it's okay to take nanoparticles of gold, silver, platinum, and other like natural minerals while you're pregnant. I can't answer that question. I ain't no physician, but I have heard that people have taken it while they're pregnant. They also have given it to their kids and their pets, but I'm no physician, so you need to consult that. But definitely check it out. Here's my links. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Fix your address before you order, okay? Because I do drop shipping. You don't text me later talking about, because you might have to wait for it to go to the wrong address and hopefully get returned, then sent back. So don't do it. Check that address first before you order. And check it twice. Okay. I'm just trying to help y'all in advance. All right. Also helps your skin and everything. Yeah. Is it okay to marry well-settled guy when you don't have your career figured out or in arranged marriage setting? It's best to always marry well. You can always go back to school. You can always start a business. Get his money. You understand? How to multiply the money you already have or make by starting a business. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Flip it. Start a business. Buy some inventory. Start an online shop. Buy wholesale. Raise the price. That's how. Flip it. Or if you don't want to flip stuff, have a service and have people pay for your service, whatever that is. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Here's a link. I'm going to link it again. Here you go, y'all. Here you go. Send the comments in the live comments. Okay. If you don't have your own money, you're gonna feel stupid in your relationship or your marriage. I didn't say marry broke. I said marry for money and keep your money and spend his. Okay. Some of y'all are marrying and y'all are broke. Before you say I do, you need to get his money into your separate bank account and always have your own supplies. And you need to look good enough to go get a replacement if need be as well. Okay. Some of y'all get into these marriages and y'all are stupid and don't have nothing. No, before you even say I do, before he even proposes to you, he's supposed to be putting direct deposit in your separate account. Otherwise, y'all are setting yourselves up. You don't know how to be a gold digger? I'm showing you how. You need to get money in your own account. Gold digger is about themselves, not about a marriage, not about the other person. Gold diggers are self-centered, about their money and about themselves. You already have a business, have a second business or grow that business. Yep, sprinkle, sprinkle. So listen to me, gold diggers. Gold diggers are not stupid or submissive. They got about their money and themselves. Think about it. Victims are dumb and have no money. Be a gold digger. Okay. Should you clean your diet while taking these supplements? Okay, so if you're going to take my supplements, start on phase 1. Definitely cut out alcohol if you can. And any type of drug use. If you're a druggie and alcoholic, this will also help you to get rid of habits, bad habits. Okay, it will literally give you more willpower to do better. Okay, because it's going to lift your mood, so you won't be dependent on something to lift your mood. You know what I mean? So a lot of people have told me after phase 1, they literally stopped drinking or smoking weed because they didn't need it anymore. They were already happy. Their vibration and their frequency was higher without needing the drugs. Okay, so definitely if you're trying to stop, phase 1 definitely going to help you get out of your own way. Take one dropper a day. Like it's going to come in a bottle that kind of looks like this. It's going to store it out. Don't put it in the light. Store it in a dark place. Okay, so one dropper is this much, however much you could squeeze up. You take half a dropper in the morning, which is about 10 little drops, and then half a dropper in the afternoon. Don't take it at night. You're going to be up all night walking around. Okay? It's all natural, though. Okay? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if you read the reviews, 5-star review, 5-star Etsy page, read the reviews. You won't tell you. And you have to actually purchase in order to leave a review. You can't just go up there and put it up there, not on Etsy. Okay, I've had this shop for over a decade. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's all natural. You gonna need it. A lot of the minerals that we used to get by drinking water from the streams and lakes, they had all those minerals in there: gold, silver, platinum. A lot of the stuff we don't get through a pipe that's been filtered with chemicals. We don't get that no more. So we introduced it back into an alchemy, into some drops that you can take every day. And we changed it up. It's like, so phase 1 is going to be different from phase 2. Might have more of a blooming mineral in it. This one may be more salty than the first one because the alchemy is going to change throughout the phases. Okay, so one may look clear, one may have, a little bit of like white saltiness to it. So it's all going to change according to the different phases. So they're not all going to look the same in the bottle. Some bottles will be clear, some will be tinted, depending on the alchemy. But when you take them, read the instructions on the website, on the Etsy store, on the description. Do half a dropper in the morning, half a dropper in the evening. 1 ounce is recommended. I also have half ounce for those who can't afford the full ounce. You could buy 2 in a month if your paycheck doesn't permit. But I also have a code if you want to buy 2 at a time. Get 10 will save you $10. So if you use the code get 10, you're going to save $10 if you buy 2 or more. Okay. One lady ordered all of them yesterday. She put all of them in a cart. I was like, I know that's right. So she invested in herself, literally. Thank you. You said, what's the source of the product? What you mean, what's the source? Girl, go look on the Etsy page, read the review, see what you're going to do. All right. Okay. Hi, Shira. I'm absolutely no desire to deal with men. Should I continue growing my business? Yeah, if you don't want to deal with men, you don't have to deal with men. That's an option and a choice you got now, because women can get their own money, of course. But if you're going to have a man in your life in the future at some point, they better come with some money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what I teach. I never teach you to depend on no man. I said if they're going to be there, make sure they're paying. Make sure they're giving you something. Make sure it's beneficial. Otherwise, why are they there? All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, thank you, Shira, for your advice. A guy ended things, and instead of reacting emotionally, I said, okay, anything else? And left calmly and unfazed. Good for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Next. Not a match. Tips on building a personal brand on social media. And build yourself first. Build your own stuff first. Like a brand, they got to know you. They're not buying the brand. They're buying your personality. They're buying you. And the fact that they feel like they know you. Okay? So you got to be who you are. You got to be yourself, basically. Then introduce your brand. Introduce yourself first, then introduce your brand. All right. That means build a following just on you alone. Then introduce your brand. Here you go. Link. Here's the link. Okay. Being a young widow, do I wish that I had gone for someone a little younger? Nope. I'm glad I married the age that I married at because I could start over. I can get another one. I could date. I'm still young. I have teenage daughters. I'm good, baby. I feel like marrying older was the best decision I've ever made. Okay. Even though I became widowed early, some women will marry their same age and get divorced at my age or younger. So it's not, the end of my life. It's another chapter. Okay. A sprinkle, sprinkle. Your best friend's husband has been quietly providing with considerable financial gifts. I recognize this would make her furious, but I don't care. What must I do? You're very funny. Hilarious. Girl, you must not say nothing. That's or you must find his replacement quick so you can stop taking money from him. I don't know what to tell you, girl. You say like, yikes, you're the worst BFF. Look, I'm not judging you, girl. He giving you money, he giving you money. I would try to find someone else to give me money and then like stop getting the money. But if you need it, you can always ask her for the money and see what she's gonna do. But I don't believe in trying to borrow money or ask friends for money. I feel like, that's not your best friend no more if you're taking money from her man, right? If she finds out, prepare to lose your bestie unless she's understanding. Uh-oh, thank you so much. You said after trying my perfume, you're a lifelong customer. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank y'all so much. If y'all got love potion number 7, I really appreciate you guys. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's the first link in the description bar. Yes, by Dust Free Limited. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. If y'all love vanilla, coffee, tonka bean, praline, candy, ginger, cinnamon, white floral, and skin musk, y'all are gonna love potion number 7. So I appreciate you, girl. Thank you, ma'am. Said the perfume is wonderful. Thank you, High Priestess. I appreciate you, girl. Yes. Perfume is love potion number 7. Get it. Try to flip her and make her your woman, then you won't have to tell nobody. Go. What? Oh my goodness. I don't know about all that, but okay. Somebody said sister wives. Well, whatever you do, ma'am, be prepared to lose something or them to not care. Or just don't say nothing. You said, how should you flirt with men who are 50 plus? Just look good, ma'am. Give them a little eye contact and a smile. That's good enough. Okay. You said tips on dating an older guy that acts young. How old are we talking? Because sometimes y'all think 40 is old. How old is he? Old, old? Or just regular old to y'all youngsters? What's old to y'all? You say he's 68? Get his money. Still. I don't care how young he acting. He's old, get his money. You took advice yesterday on a second date and actually got some expensive gifts I wanted. What do I do on the third date? Get some money? Get some bill money? Or get some more expensive gifts? Okay. You married a married billionaire. Okay, it's into me. 80 years old, girl. He been offering, asking what, how much I need. Girl, ask for a lot. Ask for like 10,000, 10, 20,000, 30,000. Girl. He's a billionaire. Ask for the most. Get you a car, cash. Get you enough to buy you a house. Do something. Go big or go home. Ask for enough to buy a house or a nice car. He'll do it. He's a billionaire. You married too? Who cares, girl? Get the money. Get it in the car, like get a car or get a house with it. Do you think a man that wants sister wives is a dusty? Only if he's a dusty if he ain't a millionaire or a multimillionaire. Yeah. Unless he got the money to back it up, he's dusty. What if an 80-year-old wants something in exchange, girl? He can't handle nothing in exchange. Just get his money. Yeah, an 80-year-old man ain't ever do nothing with you, man. Just get his money. Mm-hmm. He probably not doing nothing. Yeah, girl, 80 years old. He just want to see something. He can't do nothing. How long time does it take an average to build a roster? Maybe 3 men that provide. Okay, if you're smart and you're good at what you do and you look good, it could take you a week or two. All right. So when you find your signature look and you can pull your first one, I was saying this earlier, you need to go out that same week and pull 2 more because you're hot. Okay. The same week that you pulled one, you need to be pulling 2 because you're looking real good enough to pull one. Because you might get comfortable if you got one already. You might get comfortable. Your confidence is not going to be as high. You're going to be into that one too much. You're not going to be still with the same mentality. Okay. So if you get one the same week, you need to get another one because you're not too serious about that one. You haven't caught no feelings yet. He hasn't probably done so much for you where you feel like you can't do that out of some type of, whatever. You need to get them the same week you get the first one. That's how you get a bunch of them real quick without feeling some sort of way or having to, how do I get away from this one to go get that one? If you do it in the same week, you still got all that time and freedom. Okay? So get it in the same week. Keep going until you agree. Thank you so much, Zara. Appreciate you. Thanks, Shira. You're so right. It's the numbers game and an energy game. When guy didn't like me 10 times more, I said next and didn't give up. Last week, I attracted a man who by day 2 was already planning lunch and shopping. No asking required. I know that's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, that's how it is. You get dust out of your way quick, you leave room for the providers. Okay, so thank you for sharing your story because so many women don't realize if you entertain dust too long or people that don't take action too long, you're going to miss the ones that you could have been talking to. Okay, you got to get out of the way quick. Next, don't be afraid to lose no dust or someone that has done nothing for you because they're in the way of the provider. You gotta let that stuff go. Okay, and it is a numbers game. So don't sit there and entertain dust. If you're on date 3 and they done nothing, next. Okay. If they haven't given you no money, brought you no gifts, there is no date 4. They fell off. Okay. Y'all are just dating for dinner. Y'all are dating fast food Freddy or free food Freddy. By date 4, they should have some gifts for you and something to prove to you that they want to be there. Okay. By date 2 or 3, they should be bringing you gifts, money, or doing something really expensive for you. Yes. If they really like you and they're into you, yes. If y'all are, and see, if y'all are dating people y'all's own age that don't have no money, I'm not talking to y'all. I give advice for women that are dating for money. Okay. I'm not talking to y'all who dating people the same age with nothing to give. I'm talking about women who are dating financially for status, money, lifestyle, and so on and so forth. I'm not talking to people that's dating for fun or dating for love. Okay. Thoughts on freestyling at casinos? I don't know. We don't really have casinos where I live. Some people say it's trashy. I don't know what type of casino you're doing. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to ask somebody that knows about casinos. To me, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good look. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. From conversation number one, you need to be talking about what you're saving up for, what your interests are, what your goals are financially, what type of business you want to start, how you lost a favorite pair of your diamond earrings or your favorite perfume. You need to be talking about things that they can impress you with. Otherwise, their conversation is going to be enough to impress you. They're not going to have to reach in their pockets. Okay. They got to like you 10 times more. You got to look way better than them, and you got to give them the information they need to impress you financially from conversation number one. Okay. If you're serious about this, you're not going to date the same as you date some dust. Okay. You're not going to see, oh, what's your favorite color? What do we have in common? Da-da-da-da. You're going to be talking about exactly what you want and need and what it takes to impress you in order to keep yourself in that man's presence. And if he likes you times 10, he's going to make it happen. That's literally it. Okay. If y'all are trying to date for stuff in common and favorite colors and favorite movies, no, absolutely not. You need to be dating because a man wants to impress you enough to keep you around longer so you can collect his money. And if y'all should connect and marry in the future, you married for the right reason, not because y'all like the same movie. Do you understand? Okay. Not because you found him more attractive than he found you, but because he likes you 10 times more and he's going to do what he needs to do to impress you and keep you around for a long term. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If they don't bring you nothing by date 3 and you didn't drop hints and clues left and right, they're not listening and they just want free food company, or they want to roll around in the mattress with you. You need in every conversation that you have with them, whether it's by text, by phone, or in person, needs to be about what you're saving up for, what you need, what you like, what you want. You need to compliment people's stuff. Oh my gosh, I love her handbag. Oh my gosh, I was looking at this the other day. Send them links on the phone in between. Yes, they need to know what you like so they can come with it. Okay, don't be afraid to lose something you don't have. These people who are not doing anything for you are in the way. They're in the way of the people that want to do something for you. And how are you going to find out if someone wants to do something for you if you don't ask or insinuate or suggest? Do you understand? Y'all going to be walking around with free food Freddy or Dusty's and blocking the path of the providers that actually want to provide. So you got to get rid of them quick in order to receive. You know what I mean? So by date 3, if they haven't brought you a gift, haven't offered to pay no bill, haven't given you no money, especially if they have money and you know they got money, it's, on to the next. Y'all got to stop going on free dinner dates, okay? Some of them dudes are just desperate for company and they're not trying to keep you in their life. They're not even trying to impress you. They just don't want to dine alone. So make sure you know the difference. You said you told him to bring you flowers before we went on his trip, but he forgot. What should I do? Have flowers from another man sent to you and forget to meet him the next time? Tell him you want jewelry instead. That man did that on purpose. He knew you wanted flowers. How many times did you tell him? Or you should have said when he showed up, oh, no flowers? Wow. Be disappointed from day one. Flowers cost $8 at the grocery store. That ain't no excuse. If that's what you wanted, you could have asked for more. I would have been asking for more than some dang flowers. So he messed up. That's all you asked for. Next. If you look good, it's easy to say next, ma'am. Let me tell you, women who have high self-esteem and plenty of options have zero problem saying next. Because you gave them the opportunity to do right. You gave them an opportunity to be in your presence. You gave them an opportunity to impress you, and they failed at everything. Next. Okay. You want that type of man in your life long term? Then keep it moving. Okay. If you want to correct himself later on, he'll pay that unblock fee or that re-entry fee to come back and try again. What? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So when you're a gold digger, you don't treat men the same way as you treat being a pick me and a dusty. Okay, you're about your money first and foremost. That's it. Any recommendations on where I should buy my clothes from? I want to look more elegant and classy. Just type in elegant, classy outfits on Pinterest. And a lot of those will link you to the places to buy those clothes on the Pinterest boards that you find. Okay, so go to Pinterest. It's an app. Go to Pinterest, type in elegant, classy clothing, and then put your age in there because it needs to be age appropriate. Then every time you click on something, it will take you to a website where the clothes are sold, most likely. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That way you can find what you like and shop online. And there's different shops. Okay. So that's my recommendation. Go on Pinterest. All right. And some of the clothes and outfits you might already have in your closet, and you can just, piece together the fits. How do you ask him if you want money? You're shy and never done this before. Okay, first of all, you need to look 10 times better than that man. Okay, make sure your looks look better than way better than his. Okay, that's number one. Number two is they got to like you way more. They got to be trying to impress you. They got to be eager to impress you. They got to be almost obsessed. Okay, you can't be too nice either. If you're too nice, no. Okay, if you're shy, you're never going to get nowhere in this world. So put on your main character energy and tell them what you're saving up for. You lost a pair of earrings. You lost one of your favorite pair of earrings or a diamond earring. Tell them what your favorite perfume is that you just ran out. Give them hints and clues in order to impress you. Sometimes you don't even have to ask. Sometimes you can just ask. If that man is much, much older, you can ask. If he ain't, you got to drop hints and clues. That's what I want to do with those hints and clues. See how bad he wants to impress you. Don't be impressed by nothing else but what he can do for you. Not what he promises to do, not what he's already done, but what he is going to do for you. That's how. You got to stay focused on you and what you want out of the situation. You said best advice to find a provider at a gym after work. Bad timing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the worst time to go to the gym and find a provider. Most providers go to the gym early and they don't have to work, or they work remote, or they have their own schedules. Anybody going to the gym after work is in the same boat as you, surviving. Okay. If you're going to a nice luxury gym, it's going to be the time where most people are going, the most competition, and the most people is going to be super crowded and awkward. The best time to go to the gym is early, or at least early in the morning on the weekend to get those dudes, okay? Because everybody goes to the gym after work. Just if you're going to do that, sit in the parking lot and wait for the best car to drive up. Watch them walk in and then go from there, okay? Then get in and go to the gym and get on a little treadmill or whatever next to him, okay? That's the best I can tell you. But going after work, nah. If you're going to go after work, sit in the parking lot, see who's driving what, and then get out when you see the car you like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You'd be even better off going on your lunch break if you got a lunch break at work or before work. Okay. You married? A married guy texted you, I miss you after I canceled a date with him. I text back, show me how much you miss me through Zelle. He responded, wow, say less. I responded, huh? Blocked. I would have just sent him another link and put unblock fee. And so if he wanted to get unblocked, he would pay it. But yeah, don't waste time with people that's not about nothing. Okay. A 70-year-old man wants to do something for fun first date bowling. Absolutely not. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's giving broke energy. And he too old to be bending over and throwing balls at pins. He too old for that. He gonna break his back. Nope. He want to do something cheap, not fun. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, are you sure he got enough insurance to be bowling? At 70? Nope. Bowling dates are for couples that have been married or in a relationship for years. Okay? No, that's not impressive. He's 70. He got how many years on you? He haven't figured out how to impress a woman yet? Next. He too old to be playing around like that. All right? Like, no, thank you. I prefer a date to date someone that actually wants to impress me. Someone said say less means that it means yes. Okay, well, he never sent the money, obviously. I don't know. Y'all got to talk in English to understand what people are saying. Regular English without all the slang and sayings. Which one of my books do I recommend for beginners? If you're just finding my channel, I definitely recommend I Bring Nothing to the Table. It's a guide with question and answers that most people will ask you or that have asked me. Also has a glossary of terms in the front, and you can get these on Amazon. Also, it's linked in my description bar. All my books. Just click on there, you'll find all my books on one link. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to Date a Pervert and Avoid a Dusty. That one is a good one. And Too Pretty to Pay Bills. Okay. Get that one too. For everyday affirmations and quote to keep you on track. The Wisdom of Shira 7 is good. It's a guide and quotes and affirmations for every day. Get you that. If you would like a little cute coffee table book that teaches you how to live your best life, a life of luxury and comfort, how to treat yourself so others can treat you accordingly, Leveling Up to Your Best Life by Shira 7. Okay? It comes in hardcover or paperback, and so do all these other books. You can get them in hardcover or paperback, except for the guide and the Wisdom of Shira 7. Okay. Thoughts on boyfriend who works 7 days a week but makes just enough to take care of rent and bills. Sad and struggling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you want to live that life for a long time? Do you like struggling like that? My opinion is, look, he might be a nice guy, but in 5 years from now, you might want to get married and have kids and move to the suburbs and get you a nice car, right? Is he going to be able to do that for you? Y'all got to think ahead. You're divorcing your cheating, cheap husband, but his mistress still stalks your page. What to do? Also, my new provider showers me with gifts, so I don't think about my husband. Okay. Post all them gifts you getting. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let her see. Wish she done got it dusty and you didn't upgrade it. Who cares? Just let her see. If she's writing mean things or bad things, then just block her. Any advice if you feel inferior generally? Okay, you got to have main character energy. If you feel inferior, that's what you're going to attract. Okay, so first of all, feeling inferior means you don't think you deserve anything, which means you don't. Okay, you got to look at yourself in the mirror every day, put yourself together, put your clothes on, put your jewelry on, put your makeup on, and you have to do this every single day. Every day, make it into a habit. When you leave your house to look good, you will feel good and you will feel deserving of whatever you choose to feel deserving of. If you don't do this for yourself, you don't even feel like you deserve to put energy into yourself. If you don't feel like you deserve to put energy into yourself, you're not going to feel like you deserve nothing. So do it to yourself, put energy into yourself, be the main character of your life, get up and get dressed every day, and then you will feel deserving. Look at the effort you're putting in. Why don't you deserve it? How can you get ready for a provider faster? By leveling up. Do what I just told this last person. Celine, get your looks up, level up, get dressed every day, go outside. Look good, feel good, okay? Make it a habit, not a chore. Some of y'all think getting cute is a chore. It should become a habit. It should not be optional. It should not be optional, baby. If looking cute is optional to you, do better. This is a whole part of feeling deserving of something. If you sit in the mirror every day and put your makeup and hair on and get dressed and find a cute outfit, why wouldn't you feel deserving? Look what you look like. Look what all the heads turn when you walk into the room with that man. Why wouldn't you feel deserving? Get yourself to a level where you know you deserve it. Well, you know it because you didn't put in the effort and the energy every single day. You know you deserve something. Just like if you went to work every single day, you showed up on time, you did what you were supposed to do, you did this for the company, you did that. When it came time to get a raise, you would know you deserved it because you put in the work. You got to put in that work on yourself. That way you feel deserving, period. Okay. A lot of people call it entitlement, but if you look good and get up every day and look good and you bring status to that man's life just by going out to eat with him, people be like, who is that? Who is that? Why is he with that chick? You know, he must make money. That is your leverage. That is your currency. Your looks are your currency and you deserve to be treated well and provided for. If you put that much energy into yourself, because don't no man want no ugly woman. Okay. How to choose the best provider out of two? Whichever one moves faster and likes you more. Ask both of them for something at the same time. Whoever get it to you first with a smile, wonderful. You went to doctor. He asked for number to follow up. Called you from his direct number. I was attracted, but not sure if I'm thinking too much into this. Okay, we'll let him do all the work then. Okay, let him do all the chasing. Let him impress you. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let him do all the work. Let him do all the chasing. If he has something to offer, tell him you like expensive things. Da, 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 see what he gonna do. Not say, see what he gonna do. Not say. Send him links and all that kind of stuff. And he know what it's about. Thank you. A feeling to remember. Appreciate you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, we make men look better. Okay, so make sure you understand that you are deserving and you are the prize. If you make your man look worse, you might be a beard. Okay. You said, can you use me as a reference? Don't worry, it's just a phone call. No, ma'am, I'm not answering my phone about some money. Okay. Okay. Dating a guy who's been scammed by girls in the past. You mean dating a guy who dated gold diggers they couldn't afford? Okay, let's clean that up. You're dating a man was dating gold diggers who he couldn't afford. Reword that. Because men give money to women. If the women didn't give them nothing back, that's literally their choice. There is no guarantee on a return when a man invests in a woman. So what he meant to say was he likes gold diggers, but gold diggers don't like him too long. Wonderful. Okay. So, and that's also another way that men tell you that he's not going to give you no money. So if a man is going to tell you that he's been scammed by a woman in the past, that means you ain't finna get no money. And it's probably a lie. He probably had never been scammed by nobody. And he just telling you that so you don't even fix your mouth to ask him for nothing. So my response will be, I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate. Well, I only date providers. So are you at least a provider? No? Well, then, you know what? It was so nice to meet you, and I hope you definitely find what you're looking for. But I got to go because you broke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. How do you build a roster and focused on one? Stop focusing on one. Okay. When I said in the about 10 minutes ago, you're supposed to build a roster the same week you meet the one. You meet one sugar daddy, you're supposed to meet another one the same week or the next week. So you don't get too attached quickly, and you got 3. And y'all are all starting off close to the same time. So you're not always just attached to one. And if that one can't do everything for you, what are you attached to? The little that they can do for you? What if they get mad and say, I don't want to do things for you? Where's your backup? You need to be attached to your goals, not to the man who can't give you everything. So you don't need another sugar daddy. Okay. So if that man is doing the most for you, you got a business started, he's got you on direct deposit, you might not need another one, but you need to stay looking like you can go get another one. But if you need another one because he's acting iffy, holding strings over your head, breadcrumbing you, you definitely need 2 or 3. Okay. So if he hasn't done anything in order for you to think that you need another one, still stay ready to go get one. Okay. If he's not doing the most for you, it's time to get another one. May the best man win, okay? Because y'all aren't thinking correctly. It's not about him, it's about you and what you want. If it was about him, he'd be dating a woman who don't want him for his money. Do you understand? Y'all gotta listen. If you're dating a man who's giving you money, he's not dating you because you're ugly. He's dating you because you look good and you make him look good. Now, if you can't get what you need out of the relationship, he shouldn't be able to get what he needs out of the relationship, which is being seen in public with you, which is your time and your energy. Okay? You need to make sure you got a backup if he starts to act like he's the prize. You can't be attached to someone who can't do everything you need them to do. It doesn't make sense. If he's not trying to impress you, do the most for you, give you everything you need, then he's trying to pull his leverage, or maybe he can't afford you. That's why you need a backup and you need to keep your leverage, because it's going to come down to it one day that he's not going to be able to do something for you, or he's going to refuse to do something for you. And you're going to have your little backup or your little company or your business started. So if you don't want a backup, start you a business. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Thank you for gifting a membership. That's so sweet. What do you think is a suitable amount of makeup for the guy? Do you mean a guy who wears makeup? Or for you to wear makeup? That's up to you, man. You should know about makeup enough to know how much to put on your face or not to put on your face. Okay? Depending on what you're doing, where y'all are going, what side of town you on. That's all I can tell you. There's certain types of makeup that's appropriate and some that ain't. Thanks for being a new member. So, you mean the gym makeup? Girl, just look good. Put on makeup. Yes. You don't have to go full glam. Just do soft glam or like natural glam. Don't do too much. You can if you want to. If you might look out of place, but put something on. Okay. Especially if you go into the rich gym trying to meet people, put something on your face. Okay. You see it like mascara and lashes. Not if lashes enter the room before you do. If I put on some concealer, do your eyebrows. If you already have natural eyebrows, great, brush them up. Do some tinted lip balm, some blush. Don't put too much blush, but enough. Yeah. Set your face with some powder and spray it. You're good to go. Do some mascara, some waterproof mascara. Don't put them crazy giant lashes on your face, okay? That's ghetto. You're in a gym, if you don't have them caterpillar eyebrows or them caterpillar lashes. If your eyelashes enter the room before you do, they're too long. Trying to lose weight, how to feel motivated. Get up every day and make it a habit. Eat healthy. Go to visit the med spa. Willpower. A lot of people use my elixirs to drop bad habits and to increase their stamina and willpower. Phase 1 of my on the Etsy store. I'm gonna link it here if y'all are interested. But you just have to decide if you want to change or not, and you got to put in that energy. Okay, hold on. They said I've been linking too many links. Sorry, sprinkle. But yeah, y'all need to visit that med spa, girl. You got weight issues? Visit the med spa. They get you right. They got that weight loss shot. Okay. Or go to your doctor too. Sprinkle. You can throw money at your problems these days, baby. Okay. You're 30, he's 46. Should I accept to go on a date with him? In his mind, y'all are the same age. Sprinkle. All right. You can go on a date with him if you want, but he's going to treat you like y'all the same age. You want to be treated younger, you need to date much older than that. Yep. You're 30, he still thinks he's 30 mentally, girl. You need to date to where he thinks a 30-year-old is young. I mean, if you're just dating for fun, fine, but I don't think you're finna get the money out of that one. You said you will not date a man under 55. Yeah, they don't be giving you nothing. Most of them youngsters, they just be trying to play in your face for free. Y'all better go get y'all a man with some money or older man with some money. What's my view of those who go for BBL? Okay, what's my view of men who like that? I don't care what, like, as long as you can get some money out of it. I don't, whatever floats your boat. You know, as long as the woman is getting what they want from it. I think they're slowly dwindling out of fashion. Sprinkle. The man that you're with now started his first business the year I was born. See, that's why you need to get all his money. Dating for fun means you're not dating for funds. That means you're not dating for lifestyle. You're not dating for future. You're just dating just to go out. You're not dating with goal in mind. about no type of money. All right. So when dating for fun usually happens when you're young. You're not worried about money. Your parents are still paying bills, blah, 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 blah. You're just there to have fun. When you're dating for more than one reason, when you're dating for lifestyle, money, trips, vacation, bank accounts, businesses, houses and cars, marriage, that's when. How can you feel ready for a relationship? When you have some main character energy and you know how to get their money. If you've never had a relationship, then you need to date for fun. Millionaire sends money, nice date, takes you shopping, wants more and more attention each time, talks about being exclusive, but I know he sends money to other women, how to handle. Lie to him. Then have money obstacles in the way of you spending time with him. Okay. So basically, he wants you to spend more time with him, then he got to spend more money. Okay. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet you tomorrow. Oh my gosh, but my Aunt Ethel needs my help. She's gonna pay me this much money to do this, and that to her house or be there to, or I can just hire somebody to do it, but I actually need the money. Well, I'll give you the money and you can hire somebody and here's the money for you. Great. Put financial obstacles in their path of spending the time that you promised to spend with them and have them remove the financial obstacles. If you can't spend time with them, then call them on FaceTime and tell them that this is spending time. Multitask. Have automatic text sent to them when they text you so that they think it's real, then respond back later. Okay. You already know he's sending money to other women, so who cares? Get yours too. All right. And date other men. Exclusive just means he wants to feel exclusive. It don't mean you gotta be exclusive, okay? It means he wants to feel exclusive, which means you can lie to him and tell them, hey, we are exclusive while you on a date with a whole nother person. Do you understand? He just wants you to lie to him. He's old. He's sending other women money. He know you ain't gonna be exclusive. He just wants the illusion, okay? He wants the ego boost and the illusion, so just lie. Uh-huh. What? You talking about the lady that had a baby with the NFL team owner? Did she fumble the bag only having his baby instead of marrying? Well, I feel either way would have been fine. If he didn't ask her to marry him, he don't want to marry her, but he can't pay that child support and give her money. I mean, a billionaire is not going to have his child sitting over there struggling. So, he going to keep her anyway, going to keep her in a nice place, whatever, whatever. Honestly, she has the freedom to do what she wants because she ain't married. All right. At least she's gonna have some money though. She can start some businesses. She can get her money up. She might not want to marry that old thing. She might just wanted to have his baby and get his money. Says she's a doctor. Well, now she can have several practices. Okay, maybe she can start her own practice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe she needs to have some separate locations, some different locations, girl. The baby is set either way. Exactly. Good for her. I know she probably watched my channel. Hey, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You don't know if you should get married or not? Can that man give you everything you want today? House, car, type of ring you want? Does he have more than one stream of income? Is he financially intelligent? If the answer is no to all of the above, do not get married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Unless you get married to struggle, and I do not recommend that. Think about this, ladies. Men don't even want marriage as much as y'all want marriage. Y'all are lining up to marry poverty, most of y'all. If y'all want to be valued, then you can only marry for money. That's going to make marriage more appealing and make careers more appealing to men and make getting to the bag more appealing to men if they want to marry. Married life should be for men who are responsible enough to afford marriage. Y'all are giving yourselves and y'all's future generations away to struggle and poverty cycle when y'all marry and link up with dust. Okay? Marriage is a privilege. And for you to be exclusive to a man, he needs to be financially intelligent enough to secure your lifestyle and your future generations' lifestyle. If not, he is not worthy of your hand in marriage or to procreate with you. He is just not. You're giving your life to dust. Okay? Dust. It's not worth it. Okay? If you want to be seen as the prize, then stop collecting dust. Stop accepting dusty proposals. Stop. Nobody's going to believe that you are the type of woman that is a prize if you're sitting over there next to some dust talking about my man, my man, my man, when he don't do nothing for you. Nobody's going to believe you're any type of prize. So choose wisely. Your future generations are depending on you. Okay? You don't want to marry him? Don't marry him. You said marriage is historically known as a rich man's privilege. Exactly, girl. You need only marry for money. Otherwise, it's not beneficial for you. Okay. What does it mean when he was chasing you at first, but then he's tired now years later? But says he's tired now years later? Girl, how much money you got out of him while he was chasing you? Because he ain't chasing you if he ain't giving you no money. That don't even count. How much money you got out of him? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It don't count as being chased if you ain't getting no money. Do you understand? That's just called stalking. Or trying to get something for free and get denied. You know? What to say when a provider asks what you're looking for? A generous provider man who loves to spoil me. And I don't have to ask for anything. He just knows what I want and gets it done. A man of action, darling. Usually, if they can't do that for you, or they'll say, well, what do I get in return? And you just say, and smile. You get to stand next to me, silly. You get to claim me as your woman, silly. You have to claim these bills first. Okay. You said this is a pretty girl's game only. That means you got to put in effort and energy into yourself, okay? Y'all will go to school for decades, putting in effort into becoming intelligent. But y'all won't put in effort into how you look so you can get the type of lifestyle you want from the man supposed to like you times 10. But y'all will go to school and study and read and write and all this kind of stuff for 10 years, but you can't put in effort in what you look like. That's the easy part. You know? Y'all will have memorized everything that y'all need to memorize to pass a test, but y'all won't memorize how to do some makeup. So you got to put effort and energy into your looks every single day. Just like y'all went to school and got up every single day and went to school and class and passed all them tests and went to work, clocked in on time, y'all got to do the same thing with your looks. You got to put in energy and effort if you want it to be effective. Okay? Can't take no shortcut around that. So, anybody can look good, baby. You don't have to be a perfect 10, but you got to be your best. What if he spends more on me than the girl he says he wants to marry? We are friends, but I think he definitely likes him. Just keep getting his money. Who cares? All right? Nobody cares about that. Just get his money. If he's going to marry her, he's going to marry her, but still continue to get his money. Most guys keep a woman on the side. Most men will have a backup girlfriend or a female friend. Just get his money, man. Didn't I tell you that's all that matters? Who cares? Stop comparing yourself to the woman he's going to marry and compare your bank account to last week's bank account. Has it risen? Keep collecting. Okay? You're going to cheat on her no matter what. Don't even matter whether you're there or not. It's going to be somebody else. So collect the money. All right. Mm-hmm. Did I watch music videos in the morning before you went to school? You mean in the 90s? Sure did. Okay. And we listen to the radio too. Okay. What kind of price range should you pick for a re-entry fee? What he can afford. What can he afford? What you want? It could be a gift. It could be a link for him to send you something. If you know how much he has, ask for what you need to ask for it in order to just have a conversation with him. Re-entry fee is just for him to talk to you. Some women say 500. Depends on how much money he makes, how much he's willing to spend on you. Some of y'all ain't gonna get no re-entry fee because they don't even care to talk to y'all. Some of y'all will. Depends on how much they like you and how much they're willing to pay to talk to you again after they didn't messed up. He led you to create this type of content. What led me to make this type of content for us? I've told the story too many times. Pregnant women at the register looking mad because they clocked in and I'm not. Okay. I wanted to see y'all on the other side of the register dilly-dallying. Okay. I started this 14, 15 years ago. 13 years ago. I don't know. Over a decade ago. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing y'all pygmishas sitting over there pregnant at the register while y'all dusties at home playing video games or not earning enough money and taking y'all's car and dropping y'all off to work pregnant. Okay. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. Tired of seeing the poverty cycle. Okay. So Michael Jackson said, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Get in the mirror. What you got to do, ma'am. Tired of seeing it. All right. Your 62-year-old provider pays everything. I don't work. He doesn't live in my city. We see each other once a month. I feel spoiled. Not motivated to see anymore. Work. Not motivated to see anyone or work. You're 26. Okay, well, start a business. Okay, get yourself up and start a business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or get a hobby. Go join something. Join a gym. Join a country club. Take some lessons. Do something, baby. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. I was sick and tired of people being mad at me because I'm out shopping while they out working. Like, you look better than me, ma'am. You're supposed to be on this side of the register too, ma'am. I can't help it that you said it was some dust. So I said, you know, since I live this nice life and I don't have to clock in, let me go tell these women how to do it because they don't know. They just don't know. Let me go help them. That's the only thing I could do. I couldn't tell her, look, ma'am, I'm sorry that you're having a bad day and you're pregnant and married to a dusty or with some dusty that sent you out to work. I couldn't tell her that directly because she would get mad. So I went and got on YouTube and I started telling everybody. And just in case someone like her was listening, they're going to get the message too. Okay. Because at the time that I started my channel, it was in that era where all these pygmishas was holding their man down, braiding their hair, making homemade shea butter, Y'all remember back in the day when they had all them videos? How to make homemade shea butter, how to braid your man's hair, hold your man down, be the woman he needs. Remember that Pygmisha era? That big old Pygmisha era? I was like, I can't do this. I started my channel. And I was like, no, we are done. We done. This is it. Like Michael Jackson, this is it. We were done. I said, nope. Not on my watch. My kids got to grow up in this. I can't have a world filled with dust and pygmishas. So I started my channel. Okay. You was making that shea butter, girl. How many of y'all was watching them holistic Dusty Hotep era? Exactly. That's where the term Dusty came from. Y'all was making that shea butter for them dusties whose feet was dusty and ashy. Y'all was holding them down. They can't get no job. You got to hold them down. You got to pay on their child support from another woman. I was sick and tired of them pygmishas out there. We have to stick together. No, y'all don't. You got to get dust free. They holding you down and your future generations down. Yeah, it was like 2014, 2015. Maybe even earlier than that. Maybe, yeah, about that time. It was time to change. That was not the way. Okay, I had a lot of flack. I had a lot of people coming on my channel. You're breaking up the family. No, ma'am, your dust is putting the family in poverty. Okay, you're not breaking up no family if the family is going to be dusty forever and their future generations is going to be dusty. It need to be broke up and rebuilt. Okay, why? Because you in a poverty cycle of dust. So do better, and they have done better. Okay, they've been doing so much better. Period. And people will get in my inbox and like, why are you doing this? Look, because I'm tired of seeing y'all settle with dust. But I love him, but he love you, ma'am. Then all of a sudden I get an inbox. You were right. He was cheating on me the whole time. I was paying his bills and paying the child support from his other child. That wouldn't even mind a girl, because you dumb. Stop. Like, I was doing consultations at that time to married women, to single women, to pygmishas, to Barbara builders, you name it. I was doing consultations with them. They were calling me, and I was providing a consultation fee, and I would tell them what to do to get out of that dusty situation. I spent many hours talking to women on the phone, helping them get dust free. Like, I literally put in work. I was literally sitting over there listening to all they dusty stories, tales from the dust crypt. Okay, it was sad. So I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I know every type of scheme and scam a Dusty will pull. Okay, because I've heard it all, I've seen it all, I've helped people get through it all. Do you understand? So that's why I started, because I was sick and tired of seeing the dust and poverty cycle and pregnant women behind the register that looks better than me. You should be at home with your feet up, baby. Why are you over there and I'm over here? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And we got dust free, baby, together. Everybody got dust free, baby. Come on. Some people are still dealing with their dust, but you don't have to now. Okay. You said I should start doing consultations again? Girl, the closest you getting is Patreon. I might start doing them again. We'll see. We'll see. If the world needs it, I might come back. The world needs me. I might make a comeback consultation, but they're going to be pricey. Okay. They were pricey back then. You know they're going to be pricey now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It came. We are friends, but he keeps pursuing me, but he is kind of stingy, even though he wants to take me out. He is quite insecure. Tell him to go get his money up and make up his mind. Okay? Tell him you only date providers. And either he gonna get his money up or he gonna leave you alone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't leave no mixed signals. Tell him what you're about so he can either get on it or get off. Because all he's doing is blocking your other providers. Okay? You dilly and dallying over there with a friend who is cheap. He's blocking everybody else from providing for you. You need to remove that obstacle or get him to give you some money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said half price if we refer a friend. Hey, that's a good idea. Anyway. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you for the super sticker, Kimberly. Appreciate you, girl. I'm gonna have to leave in about 10 minutes, but yeah, women don't have to marry no more unless it's for beneficial financial reasons, okay? Otherwise, you're wasting your time, ladies. It ain't worth it if he ain't giving you the most, okay? If you're not the prize in your marriage, don't even do it. If you don't like your times 10 and full provider and giving you stuff, direct depositing you, don't do it, okay? And I was saying this earlier. Ask any woman in here, married, divorced, widowed, if marrying for money is the correct way to go. Yes, it is. Okay? Because you can do so much more with marriage. I mean, you can do so much more in marriage with money than you can with anything else. It's just I'm letting you know. You could do so much more in your married life if you married for money than if you just married because you thought someone was cute or you thought someone, was going to love you the same way he loves you now, then in 10 years from now, you done. Okay? Money, marriage keeps it together longer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If most of y'all had married for money, you still might have been married or left with more than you came in with. And living the life you wanted. Think about this. Close your eyes. This is reality. Now listen. Imagine you didn't marry for money. And then you married the man you thought you were in love with. And then something happened. Either he cheated or something. Or he's just not the man you thought he was. Now you're stuck in a marriage and you got a baby by him and he can't do nothing for you. And he quit his job. And now you got to go support the entire family and be a mother and throw your kid in daycare and never know your kid and never see your husband because you always at work. Think about that. If you don't marry for money, you dumb. How can you get a guy to spend on you? You're 21. You're 21. All you got to do is find an older man and just ask. They'll do it. And you got to look good. When I say older, I don't mean 30. All right. They can take you shopping to the mall. They can give you some little shopping money. They can send them your wish list online. They can buy you stuff. They can send you cash app, whatever. And you don't have to do nothing but sit there and look cute and be 21. Understand? Don't be afraid to ask. You're 21. You're supposed to need money. That's a given. You could lie. I'm in school. I need books. I'm having trouble. I need gas money. Gas prices are high. You're 21. You're not supposed to be rich. So any man that's like 45 and up should be able to just throw money at you with no problem and still expect nothing in return but just to be seen out in public with you and maybe talk to you on the phone. Okay. You don't have to do nothing. You're 21. Ask for what you want and go for older guys. They'll have the money to give without needing it back or expecting anything back in return except just to talk to them or go out to eat. You hear me? Don't waste your youth on trying to talk to guys your own age and get money out of men who don't have it. Unless you're dating for fun. You're 21, you said you're trying to get this money, then you need to date older men that have the money. Okay. Anyway. What about dating a man who have been married several times? Good for you. That means they're more likely to get married again and spend money on you and like companionship. So that means money. Okay. If a man marries often, he'll marry again and also spend money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get the money, girl. So anyway, I'm about to wrap this up. Make sure y'all get all my links. They're in the description bar after the video. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said marry only for money. It's a smart thing to do. And if more women did that, more men would get their money up. If they want a marriage. What, other than outside of money, what are the main things women get wrong in marriage? They lose themselves in a man and they become male-centered. That's the one thing they do wrong. And they let themselves go. When you let yourself go and become male-centered, it's a wrap. Never let yourself go. Keep getting back on track, you know. Leveling up is nonstop. It is forever. And, you know, keep yourself looking good and never become male-centered. Keep your own goals, keep your own hobbies, keep your own friends, blah, 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 blah. Get your money, spend his. All right? That's the main thing most people make a mistake in. They lose themselves and they let themselves go. They no longer exist. They're just some drone that's a servant. Okay? Do better. Make sure you're the main character of that household. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He spent $20K on you, but now he's feeling entitled. Will feel entitled to more money. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Ask for more. When they start acting stupid, ask for more. Start it over. All right, y'all, I gotta go. But I will stop soon. Thank y'all, everybody who said sprinkle, sprinkle. That's my cue, my alarm. I gotta go. All right. You said we will all be marrying for money. That's what I like to hear, ma'am, because that means your future generations are going to thank you. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.